Hey everyone. I am so sorry for keeping you all waiting. I am so sincerely sorry that I took so long. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. It is Friday. Sorry because I haven't set anything up. It has been one of those days already. I'm telling you, the past few days, they could always be worse, right? Thank you guys for being so patient and waiting. It really, truly does mean a lot to me. I hate when that happens. I hate when people don't show up on time, and then here I was, right? So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, Emma. Anybody have exciting plans for the weekend? I do. And I think we are going to be going live this weekend. So that'll be exciting. I was just breaking up. I don't know why. Oh, it's one of those days. Good morning, Kick. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, it's prom weekend for your baby. That is so sweet. Do, 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 do. We are not off to a good weekend. I had to pick my son up. He's not feeling well, so he had to come home from school. That's part of why I was late. I'm not feeling all too well myself, to be honest. And let me make sure my audio or sound is working. Hold on. Okay, it is. Got it. Hey, Loki. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Catalina. It always sucks when it happens on a weekend, right? The weather, I think it's from this weather. The weather has been so, fluctuating from like unbelievably hot to like freezing cold. And I think it's just catching up to all of us. For example, today's close to 80. Yesterday was close to 80. But the day before that, it was like below 20. I don't know if it was really that, but it felt like that. Do, 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 do. Okay, I got it right here. Da, 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 da. Thank you guys. Did anybody else see? Yeah, I feel like I am too. I feel like I'm getting a head cold. Oh, thank you, Crafting with Amy, for hitting the thumbs up. This weather, it is the worst. I appreciate all of you for your well wishes. Thank you. Catalina says, I've been feeling sick, icky. Oh, where'd it go? Dang it. I've been feeling icky on off all week. Not like cold flu, but dizzy, nauseated, overly tired, but I have med issues that can cause it. Hope you can figure. Kick is loading. I don't know what's going on up there. We have lots of yard sales this weekend. I love a good yard sale. Some of the little townships near me, they'll do like a whole township yard sale. What they do? Hey, Blue, you got your cup of Nancy? Jace, do you know why this mic would be cut in and out? Probably. Okay. Let me see if that helps. Let me make sure the cord's tight. Is it better? Hold on. Unplug it and plug it back in. We want to go see Michael Jackson too. Oh, let me check what internet I'm connected to. I'm so sorry. Is YouTube just refresh in the chat? I wonder if that's because I wonder if Thank you, Petty. And Petty, thank you so much for making that post. That was really, really, really sweet of you. I sincerely appreciate you. I appreciate all of you so much. So fucking much. Everybody's saying sounds good. I wonder if I have to just stay right by the mic like I am right now. Yeah, we want to go see the Michael Jackson movie as well. Oh, that would be a good thing to do like today, like a matinee, because it won't be crowded. Maybe we'll do that after I end my live stream. Because we all know, hey Cheesy. We all know how kids are, right? I don't feel good. Comes home. Fine. We all got one of those, don't we? Okay, so everybody's saying, yeah, let me do that. Everybody's saying the sound is good. Don't call Petty sweet, you'll ruin her image. Well, she's a raging bitch. She asked me if I wanted a spotted dick. Oh my god, he's playing Bop It. You guys remember Bop It? What a hell of a fun game. All right, let me see. Ticket and movie time. Hee hee. Oh, that's why Bimbo was over there talking about Michael, because he was coming out with a movie. Hell yeah, and it's 20% off if we go. Hold on, let me ask him if he'd want to do that. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I'm back. I just watched the movie Undertone, flipping scary and creepy. Undertone. I don't know if I saw that one. I probably did, to be honest, because I've seen a lot of horror movies. What? Hold on. Duh, that's the movie I went to see in theater. Undertone. That's the movie where like it's based just around sound. Remember, I came back and I showed you guys the preview of it, and the preview was essentially the entire movie. Like it was decent. I did you like it? Yeah, it was decent. It was one of those movies like you have to. It leaves more to the imagination. They want you to literally hear the movie as opposed to see what's happening. But sorry, I have the hiccups now. It's also one of those movies that when I left, I had to Google like what the hell was the ending of that movie. You ever have one of those movies where you're like, yeah, I'm confused on what that meant. But that was the point of it. It's one of those movies where you can interpret it however you want to interpret it. So as you all see, the title of my stream is CPS has been going to the wrong house. So I'm sure many of you saw it, and let me just go ahead and send it to myself in case you hadn't. But a message came out where Brittany claims that her case would have been closed over a month ago, but she has been going to the wrong house. Okay. So one, that explains why she claims they said the house was adorable. They were at the wrong house. Two, I don't believe that for 1 minute. Put a one in a chat if you think she's lying. Put a two if you believe that her CPS is that incompetent. And then I'm going to give you a little more food for thought. I'm seeing loads of ones. All right, so let me pull this up on the screen for you all to see it yourselves. So this is January 23rd of this year. Case closed. She says she would have closed it out a month ago, but she has been going to the wrong house. The caseworker. Angela responds, awesome news. Now I'm curious, and I speak for, at least 800 people that are here currently, but I'm sure well over 1,000 people. When I ask you this, why didn't you call out on what bullshit that was? Why did you, hey B, my favorite B, Why did you write like that awesome news instead of saying like, yeah, okay, Brittany, bullshit, right? So she claims that CPS, she's had how many open cases? And yet the CPS worker has been going to the wrong house for at least a month. That, yeah, I'm not buying it, right? And then on top of that, she goes, yeah, it's traumatizing every time. Even though I know we aren't doing anything wrong, it's still scary, you know? She came in and spoke for a minute, then said, that's it. I'll be closing out. Yeah, okay. Showing up to the wrong house for over a month or longer. Who knows how long? But it gets better, folks. It gets better. If you thought that one was outrageous, listen to what she told Boston. Brittany told Boston that CPS kept calling her boys by the wrong names. That CPS kept calling her children while inside her house the wrong names. One's in the chat if you think she's lying. Two, if you think that her CPS workers are that incompetent. Now, I don't know if you're all with me, but from the way Brittany has described them, everything we have heard and seen thus far, and now what we've learned as of late, I think this organization needs a damn overhaul, folks. I think they need an overhaul. Da, 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 da. Okay. So not only are they showing up to the wrong house, they're showing up, to the wrong house for several times, but now they got the wrong names. And if it wasn't for the dang on wrong house and the wrong names, well, they would have been, the case would have been closed sooner. Now, what I want to know, and I'm sure all of you want to know, what date did Brittany come on here and say that the case was closed out? Because it was almost immediately after she stated that they were called. Now, Hartley, I agree with that, right? Sometimes I call my own children by the wrong name. You know what I mean? Like I call the one the other's name, or I get like tongue tied and I say three different loved ones' names instead of their name. But you wouldn't correct the caseworker. The caseworker is in your house and you wouldn't correct the caseworker. Excuse me, ma'am, that's not Timothy. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, you keep calling them Benadryl. That's not Benadryl. I mean, come on. Nicole G says she said 8 cases. So 8 cases later, and these workers still can't find the little crack shack on the, corner. I don't even know if her house is a corner house, so don't go saying anything because I really don't know. But oh, good point, me and my saint. I'm sure they were confused. Blackman, Jackson. Mm. She said that several times about it being closed. Yeah. She said that like the very next day they closed it out. I call BS. I do apologize if I randomly mute with my son being here. Of course, I got to be quick on the fingers. 11111 in all of the acts in Florida. I was a resident of North Carolina for almost 18 years. I was also born there. There are some areas where they fall behind, but I just can't see it happening here. So let's take a little gander because obviously I was looking for a photo to use. So I Googled CPS, kept showing up to the wrong house. Loki's mom, you better knock at my door before you walk away and wipe your feet because you didn't hug me to say hello yet. Don't leave me. If they use Google Map, CBS can definitely find it. Well, riddle me this, little pathological liar over there. She claimed that they went to her children's doctor's appointment and then claimed that that night they went to her house, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. She stated as much. How they do that if they've been going to the wrong house, you liar. Not only that, but hasn't CPS called for police escort, likely because those two weren't answering the door. Hey, my Michelle, I told you all before, and I'll tell you again. I testified in the murder of a 30-year-old boy who CPS failed because instead of calling the police and waiting and forcing an answer, they left. And that baby was murdered that day. He was inside the house the entire time they were knocking. The mom's boyfriend was hiding him from CPS. The mom worked downstairs, literally, of the apartment she lived in. She worked downstairs, told him to hide in the bedroom. And then about an hour and a half after CPS left that day, she comes running into the office where she worked with her naked baby in a towel, claiming he fell asleep in the tub. He was not wet though. And he was brutally abused. I will never unsee the photos of the markings I seen on that toddler's body ever. I will never unsee them. It's one reason I don't play around with calling CPS. I'm sick of being accused of being a CPS caller. I don't waste resources, but I will stand stern and tall and strong that I believe that those who did call on Brittany called with legitimate concern. I don't care if anybody believes me, feels otherwise or not. I do believe it was genuine. Hear this funny story. There are 8 children in my family. My sister's the last. So my mom would start at the top, make her way all the way down. By the time she got to my sister, she goes, shit. I actually believe that. Because I was friendly with the woman. We lived in the same neighborhood. Our kids were the same age. We would hang out at the park while the kids had play dates. We went to the zoo together. And I witnessed on occasion the way she treated that baby. Matter of fact, I called and made a complaint to CPS about her because the way she treated him was horrific, especially after the new boyfriend came around. So when the time came and they're reaching out to people that knew her or, associate with her or whatever, I told them, I said, yeah, I actually was one of the people who called CPS. First and last time I ever called CPS on anybody. And yeah, that's how the story ended. So it's a, I know a lot of people kind of make CPS seem like they're the devils, right? They're a horrible organization. They're going to snatch your kids. But it takes a real lot for CPS to actually remove children. And even in that case with that boy, like, for example, he had a black eye. She claimed he jumped off the table and, body slammed himself into a couch. That's how he got the black eye. She always had excuses. And because of those excuses, CPS never removed him from her care, despite the fact that she refused to let CPS have eye contact on him. So it's disgusting, but it takes a lot for CPS to remove children. And I don't think anybody at all has ever called CPS. I don't believe anybody on here ever called CPS on Brittany to begin with. Let me just say that. But I also don't believe at all that anybody did so with bad intent or with the intent to have her children removed. I don't believe it. Sorry, I had to clean out my eyes. Navigator says, the fact of the matter is that any mandated reporter who watches her would be obligated to call. Let's be honest here. There's calls from concerned and just what's heard. I agree. So let's take a little giddy gander over onto here. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Because as I was looking for a thumbnail to steal off the internet, I came across an article I found interesting. Oh my gosh, hold on. I still have my glasses on and they're driving me absolutely nuts. Give me just 1 second. Give me just a moment. All right, I got it. Thank you. Here we go. Catalina, many times has BJ said CPS came and didn't open a case, though she said only initial investigation and claims. and claims it was done. Yeah. She says a whole lot, and a whole lot of what she says doesn't match with the other things she says. Okay, so common home house hazard CPS looks for during inspections. When Child Protective Services, also known as CPS, or I think there's like DHS and DHH and whatever, um, walks through your front door, they're not just making a casual visit. Again, I don't believe they went to the wrong house like consecutively. Like, oh, you know what? They didn't answer today. Let's go knock again. Not only that, but before this morning, as I'm drinking my coffee, I was going through a Facebook group that came up when I was looking for an image. And the Facebook group, I was reading these people's testimonies about CPS. And they literally show, and correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Brittany fucking say that CPS calls her before they come out? So how are they calling you before coming out and yet still appearing at the wrong house? You make no damn sense. Why didn't Angela call her out on that lie? We found out, Pika. Somebody brilliantly wrote yesterday that they said deplorable. She just misunderstood, misheard. What happened to Julie's channel? I don't know. Is Julie's channel down? Oh, it does look like it's down. I don't know why. I'll tell you, there's not going to be court today if that's what anybody's looking for. Maybe she hid that shit. I don't know. The police escort, right? They escorted to the wrong house too, and blah blah blah. I mean, come on. Listen, if I told my mods I didn't eat a brownie that night, they're gonna call me a damn liar. Okay? Not one of them would be like, "Oh, awesome news." They'd be like, "You're lying. You're lying, bitch. You definitely ate the brownie, Jess. Okay? Don't lie to us again." Right, right, Jen in Jersey, unless she knows she's going to make a video later, right? Well, now that was true. They did SWAT the wrong house. Brittany was never swatted. It was actually medical, and they showed up to the wrong house. No, I agree you don't, but she claimed that they came in and took photos, Locks. So I'm not too sure about that. She privated her channel because Nonsense was reviewing her. Okay. I'm trying to figure out the same. She's telling us her police are so incompetent. They misidentified workout equipment as space heaters. She's telling us her police are so incompetent that he lied about her leaning forward without a seatbelt. She's telling us the courts are so incompetent that they told her she could bring a burner phone to court, but not her cell phone, which made her late, you know. They're also so incompetent, they fill out other people's filings, which is against the law. Now, CPS is so incompetent, they're showing up at the wrong house, and it's over a month before they recognize it. So is CPS doing their jobs, or is Brittany a liar? Right, amazingly, the right address when she wants, Amazon wish list. I mean, come on now, right? I mean, seriously, listen to all the things she told us before. CPS calls me before they come. CPS went to the kid's doctor's appointment. Later that night, they went to her house. Well, how? Because in the text I just showed, you're claiming, hey, Kraken, you're claiming that they had the wrong address for over a month. Proven false, but the new allegation is she is doing drugs. So I guess the drug test last year had nothing to do with CPS, or drug allegations haven't been proven false. Well, remember I told you all before that when you're on a monthly monthly prescription, you get urine test. She could have very well taken a picture of the results of the urine test that she has through being prescribed. I remember when I was prescribed to the same medication, I could choose to go pick up my urine results from the LabCorp. And I bet you that's what she did. I bet you she went and picked up a copy and took a photo. And that's why they didn't test for certain things, because the doctor already knows there's going to be certain things in there. Right, bitter pill. Did a CPS worker? I would have closed this out a month ago, silly rabbit, but I showed up to the wrong place. I mean, I'm telling you, read it with your own eyes. January 23rd, case closed. Ugh. She said she would have closed out a month ago, but she has been going to the wrong house. And then she does this and wrote, the caseworker. And then here we go. She came in and spoke for a minute, then said, that's it. I'll be closing out. But I'm going to show you all today why I think she's not only, I'm not going to say I think, why I will adamantly say that she is lying. I would put my hand on a Bible and testify that I full-heartedly believe with my entire soul and being that she is lying. I'm pretty positive she is lying on Scotland County CPS. I promise you, the only time we'd be calling you is if we had a scheduled meeting and we were running late. Ooh, sheesh. So let's take a little read here, shall we? By the way, I was reading a Facebook group, and the one woman, the school nurse called CPS on her because her kindergartner had gone into her office 4 or 5 times to take a nap. Okay. Keep that in mind, to take a nap. This woman then thought it would be brilliant to just withdraw her kids because in the state of PA, your children don't have to go to kindergarten. So then, of course, that made CPS workers even more upset. But anyway. All right. So what do we have here? When Child Services walks through your front door, they're not just making a casual visit. They're specifically trained to spot home hazards CPS assesses. And those hazards can directly affect whether your child remains in a home or is removed for their safety. It's not just about having a clean house. It's about having a safe and hazard-free environment. And what are some common things they look for? Oh, I don't know. Unsecured firearms and weapons, accessible drugs or alcohol, structural damage or disrepair, and pest infestations. Let's go through the boxes and you guys check them. You can check them by putting a 1. We can count to 4, or you can put an emoji next to it, however you feel. But have we heard of Brittany and Craig having unsecured firearms and weapons? Would she check for that one? These motherfuckers were just inviting them in for tea. What do you mean? Come on. Of course it looks the same. All right, we got some checks. Checking the box in the chat happening. All right. Do we believe that there is accessible drugs or alcohol? Drugs or alcohol? Let's check that box if we believe so. I don't know what Joe Madre, she's just bopping along. What kind of sound is that emoji make? What do you think they're listening to? Okay, we're checking the box for that one. How about structural damage or disrepair? Anybody seen that kitchen lately? Angela came out and told us there was literal wires, loose wires hanging out from the walls. Are we supposed to believe that they never, ever were escorted by the police before? Or that they somehow were going to the wrong house for a month this time? I mean, what a dumbass lie to tell. And what's even worse is, and I would love to ask any of you ex-mods, if any of you are listening, please don't be afraid to comment. I would love to ask you, what made you all accept her lying to you the way she did? Because she was comfortable AF lying to you all. And I want to know why you accepted that. Like Boston writing how Brittany claimed that the caseworkers were in her house calling the boys by the wrong name. Brittany never corrected them? She's such a sleazeball, she probably didn't. Just like she didn't correct the police when they wrote Craig's name down wrong. Hey, Vibrator, good morning. Hope you're healing well. That's right. BJ even said on a live stream the other night that she wasn't opening a lot of gifts that are for her kitchen until it is finished. Okay. All right, let's move along. Have we heard of any pest infestations? Have we seen, I don't know, fly traps covered with flies? Have we seen the markings that roaches leave behind? Have we heard about rats in a basket? Did we hear a child come in and say, Mom, I just saw a roach? Did we hear Brittany copy Jay and state there was a frog in her bathtub? I mean, oh, ain't that right, Copa? Especially if you own two properties, don't pay mortgage on either. And don't forget, Craig himself said that they would be able to up and move. Copa says, I literally would be doing everything in my power to move out of such an alleged crooked and incompetent town. What would happen in an emergency if all the professionals are wrong? Southern Side Eye, thank you for knocking at the door this morning by hitting the thumbs up. You don't remember the rats in the basket? That's what I'm saying. Especially as like friends in private, right? Like I get is one thing if publicly you're kind of not necessarily lying, but scooting around the truth. But to do it in private when you're supposed to be amongst trusted friends, that's just deplorable. Kraken with the full send. Thank you so much, Kraken. Thank you. Thank you. Kathy coming in, knocking on the door. Y'all make sure you wipe your feet too. Don't be bringing your crusty germs in here. Oh, that's right. The bees in the wall. They bees in the wall. Bees in the wall. Frogs in the shower. Roaches gonna scatter. We can make a whole damn song out of the rodents taking place here. Oh, you know, girl, Emma, you're speaking to the choir with that one, baby. Don't tell me. Bees in the wall. Bees in the wall. Frogs in the shower. The roach is gonna scatter. Don't turn on the lights. You might see the mites. Flies in the window. Looking like a cringo. We're gonna make a whole damn tune. Somebody drop me a beat. Drop me a beat. Matter of fact, let me drop it myself. Oh. That don't quite work. This is what should be done. Oh, that sounded like when she fell off the chair that one time after falling asleep. Ooh, child, that was rough. Okay, anyway, moving along. So she literally, by what we've heard, you know, check. All right. Let's break this down so that you fully understand what CPS looks for during home inspections. We'll use real world scenarios, explain why each hazard matters, and guide you on how to avoid red flags. Now, speaking about red flags, I have caught wind that a person named Jada is threatening to take down my channel. And you know me, I'm like, well, who the fuck is Jada? Jada. And then I find out Jada is DePaul's wife. And I'm like, well, why are you threatening my channel, Jada, DePaul's wife? And why are people saying you're threatening my channel? Because I will tell you, somebody said it. Holy shit, Freedom. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you. Somebody told me before that DePaul was threatening my channel. So I emailed him back because he had emailed me a couple times. And he said, I never said such, whatever. Then somebody told me he admitted to trolling my chat. So I emailed him and said, listen, what name did you troll my chat under? Because if I find out you trolled my chat under my minor child's name and image with Charlie Kirk, you're going to have big problems, sir. And I never said nothing publicly. I was actually being very kind and asking him and giving him the benefit of the doubt to assure me that it wasn't that account. You can troll me. Troll under any account you want. Matter of fact, I bet they're the puddins, right? Go ahead and troll. I don't care. But don't troll using a minor child or a tragedy photo of an image of a man who was, you know, shot in his face in front of his family. Anyway, of course, DePaul runs back to Brittany and is like, and she said, oh, okay. You want to make it public? Okay. So apparently she's threatening because I allow Clue on my panel, who's a band creator. Now, I understand a lot of people, especially those of you who watch, you're not creators or non-creators. You don't host a YouTube channel, so you don't know. You go off what other people say. I can assure you, I have firsthand spoken with YouTube and inquired if that is true. That if somebody is removed from YouTube, if they are banned as a creator on YouTube, are they not allowed to appear as a guest on people's channels? And the answer is they are. They are allowed. What they're not allowed to do is co-host or earn any money, or earn any money through their appearance. So report away. Excuse me. Just remember though, what you do to others comes back and can be done to you. That's why I don't go reporting people and trying to take away channels and, but you do you, tussy. It can be done to people you like. Because they want it to be true. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where they just want it to be true. Is he a dork? I don't know. He was very respectful to me in emails up until recent. So, I actually didn't have an issue with the guy. Okay, so CPS doesn't show up unannounced without a reason. There's usually been a report, sometimes anonymous, that raised concerns about the safety or welfare of a child. That concern could be related to neglect, abuse, or unsafe living conditions. Now, remember, we heard Brittany lie and state that they said it was neglect of the home. But we all know it was neglect in the home. Okay? Secret agent, man. That's actually a cool title. Immediate physical hazards, neglectful conditions, developmental and emotional risk. Developmental and emotional risk. Now let's talk about what that would mean. What would that mean to all of you? To me, developmental and emotional risk. Oh, wait, I can highlight? Oh, never mind. To me, that would mean, I don't know, lack of sleep, lack of parental supervision, admitting that the child suffers from stress, trauma of hearing mom and dad argue with idiots on the internet all day and night, even on holidays. I would even say claiming your children cower in the corner would constitute that. Insomnia would count? Okay. Playing with drills at all hours of the night, sorry. Witnessing their mother falling asleep, nodding out. That would make sense. Who did that, Straight Talker? Let me go see your comment. Let me scrolly dolly back up here and see what you just said. Let me scrolly back down and see if you answered me. No running water. Yep, we'll get to that. Jill, can you text me? Eating dinner at midnight? Yep. You know what else? I want you all to keep this in mind because I have a feeling I'm going to know who they're talking about. As Loon goes live and tells you, well, I've done all these horrific things to impact her real life, right? Keep this all in mind. One, we were friendly the summer of 2024. Like, she was kind of normal and I'd interact in her chat. She'd have like 3 chatters, blah, blah, blah. But 2, if I was so big, bad, and evil to this woman that I forced her to move from her home, why the fuck ain't she afraid of me now? You ever question that? You ever question when these people claim that you've done all these real life things to them and yet they talk shit about you every single day? You ever ask yourselves or them, hey, if this person has caused such impact in your life, Why do you poke at them? Aren't you afraid? Aren't you afraid they'll do it again? Aren't you afraid she'll make you move again? Aren't you afraid she'll call your parole officer again? Aren't you afraid? I mean, it makes no damn sense, does it? If I was as big, evil, and impactful as they make me out to be, why are they so comfortable talking about me all the fucking time? Right, funny, she wanted to be your bestie last year. Facts. Yeah, Navigator. Thank you, Jill. The freakazoid is claiming that I'm the reason she had to move from her house. Now it was me. I guess it wasn't Angela. It wasn't TT. It was me. No, the fact of the matter, it was her mom. Her mom wanted her off her property. She told her to pick up her shed and get out. Matter of fact, I got the funniest meme. I'll have to show you in a minute. No, nobody should, and nobody should believe a word she says. She's a pathological liar. Now, I never called her parole officer, and I certainly never did it live. I actually proved that I never called at all. It was TT at the time that did call the parole officer on her. And you know what? I'll say rightfully so. No, I had no idea Truth and Karma until she lied and said that I had her swatted with a wellness check. First time she claimed it was TT. Then she moved again because her mom was abusing her. She lied and came on the internet and told everybody that I had her swatted for a wellness check. So I said, nah, I'm done with this. This is the week before Christmas. This woman is causing such an insane, immense, intense stress. Like unbelievable what this wackadoo is doing. And you could hear that the alleged wellness check was fake. You could tell that without a doubt, it was one of her friends posing as a cop. And she's all, what? I'm not answering the door. So you know what I do? Me and Angela at the time, we get together on StreamYard, not live, on StreamYard, and I call over to our local police. Now, it took me about 3 different departments because I had no idea where the bitch lived. So I don't know how I could have had a wellness sent or SWAT or made her move because I couldn't even find where she lived. So finally, I land across the right police department. And I tell them, hey, this is what's going on. Can you tell me if a wellness check was done to this property? And he tells me no. No, there wasn't. Matter of fact, I'm almost certain he even went on to say, like, pretty much they're tired of her. But anyhow, I have all of this and we'll revisit it. Not today, but we'll revisit it. And I'll put the truth out once again because Luna's a pathological liar. But next time you hear this maniac, anybody who bothers to even listen to her, you hear this maniac talking about me, ask her why she's not afraid that I'm going to do these big bad things again and force her to move again. Fucking liar. The girl's so dumb, she thinks that Barbecue and I appealed. We won, you freak. Why would we appeal a win, you moron? Ay, ay, ay. What was the daughter's boyfriend? Moon don't see her children. They're being raised by other people. So I don't think that if you're talking about that situation, I don't think it was her daughter's boyfriend. I think it was the boyfriend's dealer. That's what I think. If I really had to speculate on who I think was faking and acting like the police, I'm going to say it was the dealer. It was the dealer outside the tiny shed with the cell phone. Like a game of Clue. Jess, Mary had a little lamb. She also had a duck. She put them on her windowsill to see if they would fall off. Well, that's horrific, James. Did they not? Please tell me they didn't fall. Yeah, these idiots have actually admitted to being an actual Rico. Thanks. Okay, so let's continue on. I apologize. Again, if you haven't, please consider hitting the thumbs up. It is your way of knocking at the correct door today. So we have further home hazards that can trigger CPS concerns. Unsecured firearms and weapons. Let's start with one of the most serious hazards CPS assesses. If a gun is found in a home, loaded, unlocked, or simply lying around is a massive red flag. Now, it was just in December, wasn't it? That there was a police report about loaded weapons laying in arm's reach of the children. Would there be any surprise that it went to be a CPS call? That may very well be the one she's claiming in January. Or I'm sorry, February. Yeah, January was just shut down. I don't know. What do I know? Accessible drugs or alcohol, legal prescriptions or legal drugs, prescription medications left in reach, or even an excessive amount of alcohol visible in areas where children play can be considered dangerous. We're not talking about cocaine in the kitchen drawer. Even legally prescribed opiates, marijuana, even legalized in states, or vaping products left unattended are home hazards, CPS assesses. Does anybody, good morning, PsyOps. Does anybody else remember when Brittany got a phone call from Craig and Craig was asking her to tell whichever boy was in the kitchen to bring him a beer? Anybody else remember that? Court was postponed because Julie is taking her mom home from the hospital today and establishing her care plan for congestive heart failure. Both court days are scheduled to be heard at the same time on May 13th, yet BJ had a mic drop last night at the very end stating, I knew she wouldn't show up as Craig was preparing for his Zoom court, which was never to be a Zoom court. Even BJ didn't know court had been rescheduled, which tells me he lost his attorney. Imagine if she ever just read a docket. Structural or damage repair, broken windows, exposed wires, crumbling stairs, or a leaking roof that grows mold, that causes mold to grow. Unstable flooring or loose railings could lead to injury. Mold, that's a serious health hazard, especially for young children. Well, we know Angela put out that she has exposed wires. We know Brittany herself claims that van windows just magically combust. We know that there's definitely leaking in the kitchen because there's a literal pond underneath her kitchen floor. We saw the ungodly amount of dust on the ceiling. So she matches this one too, correct? Plus the whole kitchen's in disrepair. The whole kitchen's torn apart. So she matches for that one. Think roaches crawling over baby bottles. Rats chewing wires under a crib. Fleas making the carpet a danger zone. Infestations can expose children to diseases, bites, and allergic reactions. That's why pests are a big one on the list for home hazards. Mom, there's a roach. Y'all, I had to ask Christian to help me because there was a frog in the shower, y'all. Craig, we get old. There was rats in the basket over there. And then, of course, the covered fly traps that we do see. Yeah, no question there. Okay, moving along. Lack of working utilities. Might surprise some people, but CPS does check whether you have running water, working electricity, and heating/cooling. Well, again, Angela told us that they rigged up their own wiring so it doesn't work. And that's why Brittany's always sitting in the dark. Okay. We know without a doubt that they went at least a week with no running water, correct? We also know they had no heat. Now, I don't know about cooling, but they certainly had no heat. Hence why the police reported the living room was full of space heaters. Didn't Craig send Brittany out to check on something to do with that? Okay. Lack of working utilities. Check, 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 check. Oh, inadequate sleeping arrangements. No, a couch doesn't count as a bed for your child. An infant sleeping in adult beds, that's a suffocation risk. Now, how many times have we heard that the child sleeps on the couch behind Brittany in her quote unquote office? Well, because he has nightmares. And then it turned to, oh, well, he has insomnia. And then we found out that they didn't even have their own bed. That these two preteens were still sleeping together in their mother's bed, right? Now, listen, I'm not making that weird. I've heard others make it weird. I'm not making it weird. Um, they're too old for it. They're at those stages, but I understand people that co-sleep with their toddlers and whatever. So I'm not saying that anything weird was happening with that, but it would definitely match number 6 on the list of what CPS looks for, correct? CPS is very specific about safe sleeping guidelines. Every child should have their own age-appropriate bed. Now, we also know that Brittany said that CPS made her get these boys' beds and fix up their bedroom, right? Craig no longer got to have his private red room special because those boys needed their own bed. Amen, Pika. Say it louder. We are not giving legal or medical advice on this channel. We are strictly giving commentary. We're just using a little bit of common sense. That's all. That's all, folks. Proud to support you. Thank you, Jamani. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a member for an entire fucking year. That is insane. You can flush a toilet without running water. You just dump. Oh, wait. No. The only way to do that is if you dumped water into the toilet. But how can you dump water if you have no water? Interesting. Never mind. Oh, this image looks familiar. A child sleeping on the couch. Dirty or cluttered conditions. Let's clear something out. CPS is not looking for spotless houses. But if your home is so cluttered that it obstructs pathways, hides hazards, or poses a fire risk, it's a problem. The same goes for garbage buildup, spoiled food, or unsanitary bathrooms. Didn't they have to search around the house for where the kittens were? Didn't we see some of us that saw the quote unquote twerk video, saw the absolute squalor, piles and piles of junk surrounding that child? Didn't we hear Craig ask how old the fast food on the kitchen counter was? Didn't we see burn old, days old biscuits sitting on the stove? Didn't we see her turn on the camera and everybody saw the kitchen counter, which was just cluttered with all types of shit, including endless amounts of big gulp cups? I mean, I'm just saying, tomfoolery, are you? We saw the squalor. We saw the kitchen pre-supposed renovation. Hell, we saw it during renovation, and it was disgusting. I never heard that, Catalina. I don't know about that. So she certainly matches this box, right? Okay. Oh, lack of supervision or safety for age. Child safety is relative to age. A toddler left unsupervised with access to stairs, and unlocked pool, or chemicals is in danger. Same goes for teens in homes with no boundaries, access to substances, or no curfew. Brittany laughed hysterical at the idea that their whole house are night owls. That would be no structure. We heard the child was playing with a drill at 3 a.m. Okay. We know that the one child broke at least 2 TVs, headphones, and all types of things during his outrage at losing a video game. We know that daddy asks them to go grab a beer. Huh. The role of emotional and developmental hazards. While many people focus on physical risks, CPS also evaluates emotional and developmental safety hazards. Oh, homes with constant yelling or domestic violence. How healthy do you think it is for a child to listen to mommy claim that the whole internet's trying to murder them, argue with people on the internet, nod out, have daddy drunk, screaming about, screaming he's going to slap a teacher and he's going to take somebody's life and all the violence we've heard come out of that man's mouth. Hell, didn't Brittany herself admit that her kids are so traumatized they cower in corners? If somebody even so much as knocks at the door. So I think she would match for that one. Environments where children are excessively isolated. I'll buy you Robux, just go. Go over there. And a household that ignores educational, social, or medical needs. I slap his teacher in the face. Yeah. We're coloring Neil's turkey because he didn't want to do it. Missing several days of school. Keeping one child home if the other child's sick. Essentially doubling up the days of missed school. They don't do any socializing. The only socializing they do is when their online friend calls their mom's phone after midnight. They socialize through the internet, but we never heard of a play date, of a friend coming by, of going to a friend. Yup, you can't lock me. You promised you wouldn't lock the door. What was Pinocchio's biggest fear? Woodpeckers. Okay. I got you. Hold on. I got you with that one. Hold on. Wait, how do you turn that off? Oh, golly. I had to stop it myself. So we know no socializing. Hell, Brittany's own father was not allowed to come within their home when the children answered the door. And medical needs. 4 hours later, she's still telling him she's going to go grab the dollar store throat spray. We know CPS forced her to take these children to the doctors after she sent one so ill to school that he cried not to go and was sent home that day with suspected strep throat. We know she didn't get the poor child's tooth fixed because she was afraid. Not because the child was, because she was. You know how many things my children had to do that they were afraid of? If it's important for their health, I'm sorry, but you have to get over that fear. You will be just fine. So she matches that one. Example, a child who hasn't been to school in weeks, sees no doctor, and never plays with others may be considered medically or educationally neglected. What CPS is not looking for. You haven't folded your laundry, your furniture is secondhand, you live in a small or modest home. What happens if CPS finds hazards? Well, a safety plan. CPS may leave your child in a home, but require specific changes within a time frame. Oh, like get your children beds. Fix up the kitchen. All the rotted cabinets have to come out. Ongoing case. If concerns are more serious, CPS may open an official case and assign a caseworker. What do we have here? Brittany has a caseworker. Matter of fact, they're on a first name basis. Randall. He's one of them. So we know she matched that one. And emergency removal. In extreme cases, guns, abuse, drugs, manufacturing, CPS can remove the child immediately. Are they going to take us away again? I believe without a doubt that period of time where Craig and Brittany were pretending to be teenagers newly in love, laying in bed together, going live, blasting the music, talking all sexual and dirty. I believe without a doubt the children were not in the home at that time frame. No doubt in my mind they weren't in the home at that time frame. We didn't hear a peep from them. I also would argue it's medically neglectful to give your children melatonin every single gosh darn night because it eventually stops the body from producing its own. Oh, yeah, she said that on January 23rd that her case would have been closed a month ago, but the CPS worker kept going to the wrong house. Drawer of open pills. Okay. Oh, I can see. So be honest, but be calm. We've been meaning to fix that loose railing. I'll take care of it this week. Don't say things like, this is ridiculous. You people are wasting your time. Oh, I believe I can hear Brittany saying that. Oh, here we go. Uncommon home hazards CPS assesses that most parents miss. Inappropriate media or content. TV shows playing explicit violence or pornographic on screens where children are present. Put a one in the chat if you've heard Craig openly speak sexual and earshot, of those children. How about the image Brittany just bragged that her son drew? Anybody look up what that show's about? It is not appropriate for a child of his age or his development or his developmental level, I should say. Same goes for graphic posters, adult materials left in plain sight, or profanity laced video games being played in front of the kids. Well, check that box off too, right? An adequate food supply. If there's food in the house, CPS won't care what it is. False. Inspectors look inside your fridge and pantry. If all they see are chips, soda, and frozen meals with no nutritional value, it raises questions about neglect. What do you think if they walk in and they see a bunch of fast food bags? Listen off to Craig. He can choose from the 3 fast food bags sitting out there or the Days All rotisserie chicken. What do you think they would feel if they heard that she's cooking dinner at 3 a.m. or making noodles at 1 a.m. and then saying, well, the crock pot ran slow, y'all. It's the crock pot's fault she started so late. Okay. Neglect, right? Yep. Locked doors with no mercy access. Do you lock your child in a room at night? Have you ever locked your child out so you can sit on YouTube drama leading to a complete freak out? Dangerous or aggressive pets. What about somebody saying they have what are those birds called she claimed that are outside her property that are the size of bears? And I'm sorry, didn't she claim to see a that evil dog thing? What's it called again? I can't even think it. Vultures. She got vultures the size of bears. But what is that? Chewbacca or something? What did she say she saw? Buzzards, vultures, all the same. Chewbacca. That's not what it's called. It is what it's called. Whatever that's called. Now, explain to me how it's safe for them to be around. A Chewbacca. As the succubus is climbing up the stairs. What are we talking about here, folks? Chewbacca. Go to rehab. How about that? Does that work better? We got a Chewbacca roaming the premises outside, and we got a succubus climbing up the stairs, okay? Yeah, I say there's something wrong here. Even small pets like birds or ferrets that bite, escape cages. What about cats that are so deprived? Oh. Okay. I think we get it. CPS doesn't just inspect once and forget about it. If they find issues, they'll be back. So how about when they're taking photos of the house? Do you think at that case, they're definitely without a doubt opening up a case? Create a safety plan. When to seek legal help? Why now? Riddle me this: why would Brittany Seek legal help. Listen, here's the reasons, right? Sometimes you do everything right and still feel like CPS is overreaching. Maybe a caseworker seems biased. Maybe they're threatening removal for issues you've already fixed. That's when it may be time to call a family lawyer, ideally one with CPS experience. If CPS kept telling Brittany that they're getting these calls, but they know they're salacious, so they're leaving, they're closing them out, why on God's green earth would she retain a lawyer to deal with CPS? Oh, that just dawned on me. All right. What do you guys think? Because I think that entire article literally just has Brittany's name written all over it. So when you say, Brittany, that your caseworkers are so incompetent, they're showing up to the wrong house for over a month. When Boston's telling us that you're telling them that the caseworkers are calling the children by the wrong names inside your home. When you're telling us that the caseworkers are coming out and telling you, these people are obsessed. I'm worried about your safety. When you're telling us that Randall is literally he and a ha-ha it with you, this is the problem. Because straight off a common home house hazard CPS looks for list, you matched every single category. It's not frivolous. It's not baseless. It's not certainly not salacious, and it's not malicious. It is you opening a window to your lack of parenting for the entire internet to judge. Just like the tickets you received for driving with your children unbuckled and, quite frankly, standing up. That you denied and lied and tried to sue me over stating, and then eventually admitted it was true, you dumb bimbo. I think that AK was for a case where they were getting ready to be in hot water. I think they were. I think CPS told Brittany and Craig they had a parenting plan and they had a list of things they needed to follow. And if they didn't follow, they would end up in legal trouble. I think Craig is anti-authority, and I think he wasn't going to do nothing that they told him he needed to do. And I think that's why the police had to show up that night. I have no doubt in my mind that that's what took place. Which doesn't tell, we all hear in the background because we listen too hard. Yep. Chupacabra. To me, if Miss Truth Teller sounds like go to rehab. Okay? That's how I hear it. Sorry. I mean, imagine talking about, what was it? Emotional and development neglect. How about asking your child why the demon's been after him since birth? I don't know. Do you guys think that may be pretty damn traumatizing? These are the things we will remember BJ for when our channel is long gone. They had to take a drug test. That's pretty intrusive as far as your rights go. They didn't do that without cause. Right. They certainly didn't show up to the kid's doctor's appointment without cause. And again, Brittany said they showed up to the kid's doctor's appointment because they needed to lay eyes on the kids, but then said they went to her house that night. But then in this message, this newly released message, she's claiming the CPS worker was going to the wrong house for at least a month. For at least a month. I mean, I know that list said about, the type of content they're watching and playing. Well, how about when Dad's saying that the delivery guy that knocked on the door was risking his life for a minimum wage job because he could have shot him in his face and it would have been his right. And then the child that Brittany tries to act like's a baby agrees and calls the guy an idiot. Wonder what standard CPS has in that allowing the kids to remain in the home now. Last two streams, I've seen a child could be heard talking to her and was midnight. Well, it takes a real lot for CPS to remove children from their homes. I mean, that's just a fact. Actually, I saved a video to show you all. Give me just a second. Okay. Let's take a little visit over. These are type of videos I watch all the time.
It all began when County Fire Rescue requested a welfare check while assisting an elderly man inside a home. They reported unsanitary conditions, including waste-stained bedding, insects, and garbage throughout the residence. But when officers arrived, what they uncovered inside raised even more concern.
Can we come in?
Yeah. A glimpse into the future here, folks. If the wrong house, oh yeah, did she have a phone call? So the lady you had a phone call with was going to the wrong house? I'm sorry again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it until I can no longer say it anymore. If I was the one that called CPS and made a report against Brittany, I would call them and ream them for the things that she is saying and doing online regarding them. I personally believe, based on Brittany's accusations, that CPS in her area needs to be investigated because of her accusations. Now, thank goodness we all know Brittany is a liar, but man, wouldn't that be something? This woman claimed that her internet activities led to her children being listed on Kiwi Farms, which again was not true. And that by them being listed, when they weren't, on Kiwi Farms, that it was putting them in danger of being sex trafficked. Did mommy fucking dearest get off the internet then? I'm going to ask every single parent in the chat, every grandmother in the chat, if your online behaviors, let's say it was true because she believed, no, she's a liar. Let's say it was true. If your online behaviors led your children into a position where they could be sex trafficked, would you continue to come on the internet? And especially, would you continue to poke at the same people? Hell no, right? Burn the internet. That's a great movie, isn't it? Facts, Pika. Or instead, would you come back online and cry to everybody and tell them how wrong your family's being done and how traumatized your poor children are? Fuck no, you wouldn't. Brittany uses this alleged trauma and this alleged CPS and the impact it's having on her children as nothing more than a trending hashtag to get attention to her channel. If my children were that impacted by my social media presence, I would never, ever, ever, just go read her declaration alone. The fact that these kids are getting some type of therapy or counseling or anything is because she knows she's fucking lying. She knows she is lying to the internet. She doesn't believe these things. She wants her audience to believe these things so that she gets a little bit of pity donos. Instead of the audience saying, well, don't you think it's time to get offline, Brittany? Or hell, you don't have to get offline because I understand she uses it as an income. But don't you think it's time to stop poking at these people if they're causing all this real life impact? Like I said earlier about Loon, bitch, if I did all these things to you, then why are you so comfortable speaking on me? If I'm this big bad wolf that just rips people's worlds upside down, then how come these morons continue to poke at me? Shouldn't they be terrified of me? I'll tell you what, though. Wait till I start responding to them. Watch how quick these motherfuckers that are so comfortable going live every other day or every day about me, using my content. Wait until they get a lick of attention back. Guaranteed they don't like it then. I've been so lenient. Brittany said the other day that I go after anybody who tries to befriend her. Can any of you name one single person I've ever gone at that has tried to befriend Brittany? Name one of them. Who? Because I called chasing out for always justifying you? Bitch, I was friendly with Chasen well before you ever were. Matter of fact, we had phone calls talking shit on you. That ain't because she's friendly with you. That's because I see through it now. I did, be fancy. I sure did. I felt horrible. I wasn't sure if what she was saying was true or not. I heard a woman crying about her dog needing emergency surgery that she couldn't afford, and I sent her a couple dollars. I didn't tell anybody on the internet. I didn't make a post about it. I said nothing in regards to it. Nothing at all. It was a small amount. I mean, any amount's a good amount, but it's not like I sent her hundreds of dollars. It was like $25. Miraculously, for a woman that couldn't afford for her dog to get the surgery it needed, she sure sent that money back rather quickly. Huh. I don't know about any of you, but if I was in that type of situation, hater or not, that sent me money, I would thank them and keep it moving. And my message and the PayPal literally said, differences aside, I'm praying for you and your dog, or something like that, with prayer hands, whatever. She tried saying the other day that I sent it because I wanted a receipt on the vet visit or whatever. If that were the fucking case, don't you think I would have came public and said something like, oh, I sent you money, now I better see a receipt? That never crossed my mind because I'm not sick like you people. I'm not sick like you and your friends. I don't think the way you think. Exactly. No one, you know. But oh yeah, she attacks everybody. Sure haven't attacked your friend Joneson. Sure haven't fucking attacked your friend Melissa. Sure haven't fucking attacked your friend Sinner when he was your friend. How am I attacking everybody who befriends you, you moron? I can't wait until the latest people you're trying to suck up to. Actually, I'm shocked that these people would even hate bond with Brittany, quite frankly. But do your thing. Not like you get much.
Detectives say the home had a strong odor, with signs of severe throughout. While speaking with Tache, they noticed an infant inside a playpen, and what they saw raised immediate concern. As she explained how she had been dealing with the situation, her response only made things worse.
Whose kid is that?
Right.
You understand there's bugs in there with that baby, right?
Oh, God, no.
There you have it, folks. Bugs in there with the baby. Okay. How about the mother that literally showed up at the hospital with her OD and baby, remains custody of that child, and then 4 years later came in with another baby in the same situation? They don't remove children lightly. They don't, especially children of Brittany's ages. I don't think anybody at all. I don't believe anybody on the internet did it. I think it was the school. I think the school called. I think the school called because of truancy, because the kids constantly being sick, because they're constantly falling asleep in school, because they're hitting teachers. I bet you they have a little foul mouth at school. We heard the way they speak to their parents. You think they don't speak differently inside a classroom? Come on. So spare us the bullshit about, oh, CPS is going to take away my kids. I watch plenty of videos like this, and they do not remove children easily. And even if they're going to remove a child, you know what they actually do? They call a relative to come pick said child up. They don't go into foster care. Sorry, I was looking at something else over here. Plenty of videos like this. Absolute plenty of them. I was a teacher granted at very high-end private schools, but still, and I can tell you major red flags would be raised. Right, CPS goal is to keep the family intact. Last resort is removal and placement in foster care. I know, I fostered for years. Thank you for what you do, Kathy. Seriously, thank you. Exactly, they're calling it out. And we all know children tell it all, okay? They don't hold back. None of your business. She slipped at one point and said the kids didn't have a doctor's note. That's why she had to take them. Then CPS shows up. We all know it's the school who called. See? And I knew that before she even slipped up. Was not a doubt in my mind before she even slipped up. Child comes home with the less strep throat. You send him that day despite him crying hysterically. And then he stays home for a couple days. No doctor's visit, no nothing. Yeah, they're certainly going to call. I appreciate mine being this way too, Roxy. Yup, and then Christ said the children cannot miss any more days this year. You guys, think about that. These kids have missed so many days of school that by law, they cannot miss another day. Let that sink in. At what, 10, 11, 12 years old? And like I said, when I was friends with her, I think it was 2 years ago, she told me she had another truancy hearing and she was terrified because it was the second time she had to go before this judge for truancy. We're talking about second and or third graders missing so much school that the mother has to go explain herself to a judge. Have you ever listened to them breaking chains? They certainly don't. They certainly don't. Have discussed homeschooling. BJ had a meeting with the principal 2 days after last CPS visit. That's right. She also said she had a meeting with the principal. Yup. And you're right. They definitely discussed homeschooling. I don't know. Let's look up how many times it would take. How many? Uh, 10 unexcused absences. Parent officials are required to notify parents that 3, 6, and 10 unexcused absences and failure to address the issue after 10 can lead to prosecution for parents and court involvement. I'm going to play this for 1 second while I go do something. I'm so sorry.
Oh God, no! Have you seen the state of this house?
Well, yeah, we try to.
That's why I'm here right now, to make sure the kids okay. The kids right now laying in a pack and play with bugs all over him.
And we try to keep it clean in here.
All right, give me an ID. Is this your baby?
Yes.
Can you grab your ID for me?
Is there any other child that lives in this house? Who are these 2 beds for?
Those are beds we're getting here from my cousins.
How old are they?
They're in their 30s, 40s.
Where's the kid's dad?
Does that work?
Does he live here too?
Yeah.
Do you think the state of this house is okay?
Oh no, we're working on it. It was worse before.
Okay. My main issue is there's roaches and bugs and flies crawling all over that baby. All right, I'm gonna make a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, this is an issue.
I think that's here.
Huh?
I think that's here.
All right.
Due to the severity of the conditions, the major case unit took over the investigation immediately. Before approaching the parents with a warrant, investigators learned that 31-year-old Taché and 32-year-old Nicholas had moved in 2 years earlier to care for the elderly man. When detectives spoke with him, he revealed he didn't even know who was supposed to be helping him. His condition told a different story. He was unable to walk, feed himself, or manage basic needs, showing clear signs of neglect. That raised a serious question. If this was how he was being cared for, what about any children in the home? And what they uncovered next only made things worse.
Hey, can I call you back in a second? Okay, I'll call you back in a second. It's okay, let's talk about anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So, I definitely, I'm gonna want to explain everything to you in a second. These gentlemen here, it's important that you stay calm. Like, you need to cooperate with these gentlemen.
Okay.
You're gonna be placed in custody right now. Okay? I'm gonna answer any questions you have.
If you
For
cooperate
now,
now,
we're just gonna start.
okay.
Okay,
Can I at least tell my wife?
we're gonna talk to her too. Yeah, I promise you're gonna have a chance to.
I'm gonna do 2 sets on you. All right, so it'll be more comfortable for you. Okay.
We're gonna get you by their car, and then I'll give you and her a chance to talk to you. Hey, can we talk to you one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah. So, it's important right now. These gentlemen are going to take you into custody, okay? Just take a deep
Hold your
breath.
hands. I'm just going to put them in front if you're respectful with us.
I'll answer any questions you have, whatever I can explain. But for now, let's just get this done. Okay?
Do you have anything in your pockets or anything like that?
No. Do you have any close friends, like a family member, that we might be able to call in reference to caring for your child in the meantime?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's my mom.
Okay. Do they live local here?
Yeah, she lives in the F section.
Okay, perfect.
That's good news.
I am so sorry. Granny, the AJ Froon case, a CPS plea was actually charged with neglect. Wow. I mean, think of how many cases we've heard where CPS has failed the child. It happens. I got to try to change her schedule, Jacqueline. It's too much. I bet BJ's kids have never gone a full week to school. I mean, they play video games till 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. I bet they can't even function in school. No, I bet you they're falling asleep and miserable and cranky and can't focus. I bet you the grades deteriorate. Sleep is so crucial. Sleep is literally imperative for children, whether they go to school or not. Well, Nanny, sounds like somebody else state needs to too, because it is absolutely ridiculous what is going on. Let me see what this is doing. Hold on. Michelle, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs on Kick. Thank you. Thank you. Life Unscripted sent a hype. Saudi Mama sent a hell yeah. Barbie's World sent a hell yeah. Freedom, again, thank you for the 5 gifted. Migsy celebrated her 2 months with a woot woot. Kraken, I didn't realize you sent 2 full sends. Thank you. And Golda celebrated their 2 months, as well as gifted 5 subs. And One Shot sent 10 subs. You guys are honestly awesome. Thank you so much for that. I'm so sorry I missed it. Actually, StreamYard just did a new thing too. Let me see this. StreamYard now makes it that you can put the chat to a different window. Let me see how this works. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Thank you so much for the gifted. Wait, did you hear the hot mic moment, lady night? No, what was that? I want to see how what StreamYard's doing here. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, so check this out. I wonder if I can show you all. Whoa, where did it just go? Well, that's kind of stupid, actually. If you exit out, if you like minimize your thing, the chat goes away. But check this out, because I can show you this way. Let me stop sharing this. Share screen. Okay. Oh, it didn't show up. Never mind. Why does it just keep disappearing? That's actually annoying. Like, where'd it go? Okay. It's dumb. It's dumb because they let you put the chat up in its own like window now. But if you click outside of it, it disappears behind all your other windows. So it doesn't quite work. There you go. So you can see it. Sherry, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. See how it's its own little section now, and you can like expand it. That's pretty cool. Hey, Joe Madre. Cool, but useless for me. I'll probably never use it. You talking about the gift box in the corner? I was looking for it. No, but I saw that too. I don't have it. I wonder why I don't have it. BJ said, read Julie Skolnick. I knew she would cancel record today. Said at the end of last night's stream, hot mic. Well, here's what's funny. It was Brittany and Craig that have postponed every single hearing thus far. This is the first time it was done on Julie's end. Tracy with the 13 months, been over a year. I am given heart symbol, but you can't see it. Very interesting. I knew she was going to cancel. I hope you have a great day, Lips. Thank you. What made her know that? Huh? Oh, you can do the same thing over on Kick. You can make the chat box bigger. There we go. I know I won't miss anything. This is much better. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me do that again. Let me fix that. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Northern Lights, for the hype. Craig was the man and BJ take a break from her lame stream to do his hair for court at midnight. Stop it. What was she going to do? Braid it? All right, we got to pull some of that up. I don't know. I'm really considering to start restreaming Brittany on Kick. Should we take a poll? No, I get it, Tracy. Because here's how I look at it, right? I have to pay this lawyer. I have no choice. This lawyer bill stems from Brittany. Now people say, but there's 9 other people. Yeah, and Brittany's the one that put my name in it. Hence why I feel how I feel. On top of that, she's the one that keeps going and going and going. I usually don't ever cover Brittany's content like that. Of course, I discuss it, but I never play her entire streams or anything. Don't do it. It would be boring. It's boring. Wait for the clips. It drives you nuts. Okay. Well, we'll think of something, but I'm definitely gonna I wasn't even gonna go live today, to be honest. I wasn't feeling too good, and quite frankly, I'm sad. That's why I didn't go live yesterday. I needed to take a break of the hiccups again. But I knew I couldn't afford to, right? Speculation stuff. Thank you so much for being a member for 4 months. I'm going to have to force myself to start going live every single day. And I'm going to have to start doing the weekends too. Like at least for an hour or something. I don't know. Or maybe do a stream on YouTube and then at nighttime do a stream on Kick. I don't know, but I have to do something. No, it's not the same shit every day, Angie. I don't know if you noticed, but the amount of lies of Brittany's that have been exposed within the past few days is definitely not the same every single day. There's some validation in keeping up with what is happening, especially now with her being exposed so much. But I get it. For some people, it is the same. And I know there are so many people talking about Brittany that it does seem like, why would you want to hear me do it? You just listen to 5 other people do it, right? But I got bills to pay, so I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise. These bills are because of her, and I got to get them paid. And one way to do it is to do that. Thank you, Stephanie. I really appreciate that. Hey, Casual Art. What's up, girl? Where are you at, Doxy? That is 3:39 a.m., girl. Oh, thank you, Hazel. You guys mean it. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, knock it off, you guys. But keep going, actually. Don't stop. Tell me more. Hey. If you're not subscribed over on Kick, you can open up Kick through a Google format, or you can download the app. You do not have to download the app to open up Kick and subscribe. I would appreciate if all of you would subscribe. I know it's just not. It's just not that easy. Be nice. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you. It's not like I'm like, oh, you know what? I just don't feel like going live today. I'm just gonna be lazy. Or first off, I hate not going live because I feel like I miss so much in a day's time. And I know a lot of you say like, oh, I checked to see if you were on this morning. You weren't. Like, I don't want to let people down. I never don't go live just because I don't feel like it. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I've done trivia before. You can't, Mama P? That's okay. That's why I stay here too. Don't worry. I know, Kraken. I get it too. I know. Brittany says I talk about her every single day when I don't even go live every day. At the same time, denies that she talks about me at all, when that is far from true. Now, listen, I did used to say the same thing. Like, I don't even talk on Brittany. I haven't said that in months. You know why? Because I absolutely will talk about her every day. And what are you going to do about it? You already tried to stop me from doing it. It's cost me an ungodly amount of money to continue doing it. So you're right. I will speak about you every single day. I'll speak about you from sun up to sundown. I'll speak about you when nobody's even listening. How about that? Don't care. How about you play all the old streams you have to give a real history lesson on, then add clips to your YouTube post when you're live on Kick. Then add clips to your YouTube plus post when you're live on Kick. Okay, that's a good idea. I do have plenty of them. Hell yeah, I have every right to speak about her whenever I want. Fucking right. You know, I saw her write the dumbest comment the other day. Oh, Julie, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, if Granny's been paying her lawyer monthly, then how was this bill a surprise or blah, blah, blah? First off, this is another bill on top of everything I've already paid, okay? Secondly, since there's been no movement since the last billing in February, I thought everything was good and done until the appeal is over and there's more hearings based on damages and all of that. I had no idea, because the 2 months have gone by, that this was going to come. Just none. Why would I? Why fucking would I? And I never said, oh, I'm paying monthly. I'm paying as things are happening. I was paying with Oklahoma too. That's on pause. I don't even know what's happening right now. Right. At least you can look up and see that I have a fucking lawyer. Shit pissed me off when I saw her write that. Oh, with the what did she say? With endless donos rolling in. Now be honest. Because I mean, I don't care. You tell me if you really feel it. Have I shoved my fundraising down your throats? Because I feel like I've done complete opposite. I get bitched at for not doing it enough. I get told that I should have it up constantly, that it should always be pinned to my channel. But I don't do that because everybody has helped so much, and I hate the idea of ever asking for help again. It's like this money should not be going where it's going. Bernie Beans, thank you so much. Jonesen's a fucking idiot. You're the biggest reject, Jonesen. You're ugly outside and in. Oh, yeah, facts. I seen that. I'm going to try it. I haven't put much focus into it. I'll tell you what, a lot of people are, Kick does pay very decently. It's crazy. That's why so many creators are focusing so much on it. Weekends at Granny's. I like it, Wingy. If BJ cost her 100K, how would she feel? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Josen is the type of person that's envious that other people get financial support that she doesn't, right? And because they don't receive that financial support, they think that, they hate anybody who does. I saw that her chat was saying dumb shit because unfortunately people told me, like, oh, well, stop texting your lawyer every time you're live. My lawyer doesn't charge me to text him. I'm not paying for text messages. You have no idea what you're talking about. Secondly, I'm not going to lie. I literally considered, and I'm still contemplating it. I'm considering suing some of these people. And I don't like that. I mean, who the fuck likes the idea of suing people, right? I don't want to become that person. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of them just speak out their ass, and I think they would crumble if they had to deal with even a small bit of what I've dealt with. Won't be long until they're on it themselves, Mac. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's see how funny it is then. You think it's fucking hysterical? You think it's no big deal? You think I should have just shut up? Well, then what happens when it happens to you? Thank you, Miss W. You sure have been here a very long time, and I appreciate you. What happens when it happens to you? Sherry, I didn't see the super sticker. Thank you, my friend. It's not funny then, is it? I don't know why these idiots keep saying I could have just shut up. It was already on the court docket. I could not. I didn't get a C&D. And I was supposed to take Nick's fake offer to settle. It wasn't even real. I haven't had a choice but to cope with it, though. You know what I mean? You don't have a choice but to do it. I don't have a choice. Can you imagine if anybody? I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into it. Hey, Sleuthy. If these people at this point don't understand that I was never given a chance to shut up, that I woke up one Friday morning to Molly Go Lightly reading out that I'm being sued by 10 rejects on the internet, that my name was already on a court docket. At that point, there is no just shut up, okay? At that point, you have 30 days to respond, and you need a lawyer to do so. I wasn't given a chance to just shut up. People are fucking idiots. Of course, Missy Lou. They absolutely are miserable. Miserable, insecure. I know. I said the same thing. They really have nothing without us mentioning them. Well, I've told Moon to shut up and she hasn't, straight talker. So now I think it's time I just go forward. What are they going to do? If they all support Brittany who did it, right? So surely they'll pass no judgment on me. What, you're going to pass judgment on me for doing the same thing you support somebody else doing? Let's see how that works out for you. I don't know. Just a little food for thought. Something I'm thinking about. All right, let's hear the hot mic moment. Where's the sound? Oh, at the top. Okay. What is this imagery? Oh, my eyes. Give me just a second to cover it up. All right.
Might not be Channing Tatum, but I think for 40 years old, I look damn good.
Oh my God.
I only ask for help on a haircut every 2 weeks.
Who else is going to tell this? Who's going to tell this man? Who's going to tell this man? The best thing to do, Jada, is to unsubscribe and never listen again. Oh no, she's coming for me. Or her cockroaches and tail. Oh no, feisty Nana with a rage quit. The Grey Gang might just find themselves on the receiving end someday. Probably should just shut up. Yeah, and I've said that. I've said it for months. And I think they all think like I'm joking or something. So I don't even think at this point I have to warn to just shut up. I think I could just do it. And I think I've learned enough to just do it too. So last night they were saying they wanted 20 kids. Disgusting.
No, hold on.
Oh no.
Hold on. There she's.
Oh, he only asked for a haircut every 2 weeks.
I look damn good. I only ask for help on a haircut every 2 weeks.
No, hold on.
Oh no.
Hold on.
This guy doesn't even go to the hair, like a hair salon, a hairdresser. That's one of the things. Now, I hate it, right? But my brother-in-law told my son he gets his hair cut every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, my son has to go to the hair salon. He gets his hair cut. And that's part of like his routine as a soon-to-be man. And there could be worse things. I'm not even going to be mad about it. The kid likes to take care of the way he looks. He likes to smell good. He's, I'm happy. That's what I meant, a barber. I go to the salon. He goes to a bar. He always yells at me for saying it, Jason. Thank you for correcting me. But this guy, he goes and gets a bowl from his roach-infested kitchen, puts it on his head, and his girlfriend cuts around it, and it still ends up crooked.
There she's back.
Okay.
Look, the chat's not even moving.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Am I here?
You got a drink over there?
Yeah, you're here now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Hold on, Craig. It's hard to juggle talking to you
Yes, no.
and hearing them and trying to.
Oh, did anybody else hear what sounded like, I don't know, pill bottles? So it's hard to listen to him, listen to them. Nobody's even talking to her. Okay. Oh my God, it does, Roxy. It does. And also pay attention to the chat. The chat's not moving. Reality for once isn't talking. Come on. Salty mamas. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for knocking on the door. Going back to kicks so my fingers don't get you in trouble over here. Hell yeah, I appreciate it. One shot with the full send and Miss Mad Dog with the skull emoji. Oh, and one shot with the hell yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Kick is far more, they're less greedy than YouTube.
Find this video again that I lost.
Sorry,
my
Craig,
God.
you're not the main event.
How in the hell did I botch that so bad?
How do you lose a fucking video?
Told you went to sleep.
I didn't go.
I told you went to sleep. She was streaming and fell asleep. Oh my God. That is too funny. Once again, fell asleep while live streaming, quote unquote, lost a video. And Craig's like, because you fell asleep. Right. Because you're. Don't forget, Thursday is their Slurs Day. Hey, Julie. She's always so out of it. It's disgusting.
To sleep though, and
You played
for the love of God, stop saying that because I didn't, and they're going to run with that and use that. Like
only because it bothers you.
No,
admitted before you get.
I hope you
yes,
did.
but I didn't go to sleep this time. That's not even what happened.
People like the fact you got upset about it. That's why.
You did fall asleep. He's not lying. And is anybody tired of Reality mumbling over what's happening? Like, shut up, Reality.
God, but stop. But don't even say it because that's not even what happened.
Okay,
Jesus, why make something when there's no need for it?
I'm just asking you to help me blend the back of my
I
head.
know, Spite. Hold on a minute.
See, they just keep cloning. What the hell's wrong with you people?
Oh my God. Why does he need the back of his hair cut for a Zoom meeting? It was supposed to be in person, by the way, so I don't know.
Go away. Kick rocks.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
y'all please say a prayer. Tomorrow is for the last. It's
Tomorrow's
basically
for what?
Yes, that's right.
the last. It's the what do you call it? The RO hearing is in the morning.
So all this be
Imagine asking for prayers for that. I thought a ham sandwich could get an RO. Job, thank you so much for the full send. Salty Mamas with the hell yeah. Righteous just subscribed.
BS you've been going through
Yeah.
while you're pregnant. Like you needed
Yes.
this shit.
Oh, right. But you know how they don't give a fuck. They don't.
Oh, shut up, S Dubs. First off, it's Craig. It's not Brittany going through it. It's fucking Craig. Secondly, she hasn't given a shit about her pregnancy. What the hell makes you think we all have to get one? Or, I'm sorry, we all have to care. Thank you, Skies Burning. I'm proud of you for not shutting up. Good job. Thank you. It does suck. Right, they. While you're pregnant, you have to deal with this? To deal with what? Appearing via Zoom? Shut up.
No, they don't.
No.
Imagine being pregnant and you get, I don't know, I'm not even going to say the price. Imagine having to pay all this money. Imagine if I cost Brittany all this money. Imagine if I added a $3,000 bill to Brittany's monthly expenses and an ongoing, legal bills. Bullshit.
And
Then we
quite
got-
frankly, GW, I know who you are.
Oh no.
F you.
Oh, shut up, you slurring fucking reject. How embarrassing. You come back on Brittany's panel and you're slurring and then you start snoring. And GW, I know you. Fuck you. You're a weird bitch. You sat there and said your work laughs at you for listening to Brittany. Go get you're another one that needs a damn life. Get off the alcohol and go to sleep. Tell me, fuck you. Fuck you. You slurring buffoon. That's what we're going to call you. Slurring Dubs.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Well, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let me end it out here. I love y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you for.
Amen, sweetheart.
She loves all 5 of you. Unless and until you recognize what a piece of shit she is. Then you never knew her. And she hates you.
All right. Well, I love you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank
night,
you,
Corey.
T. Lee, everybody, for the gifts and everything. Melissa, thank you so much for the.
Melissa, thank you so much for being money bags and coming my way. Because that's the only reason I pay attention to you. Oh, Dawn, let me try to give you a quick breakdown. Are you familiar with the term like locales and, basically like drama? This is a woman who claims to be a true crime creator. This woman was covering the disappearance of a boy named Sebastian Rogers, as well as I was and many others. She decided to use this missing child and his name and his grieving father and join them all in a lawsuit in Pennsylvania that alleges we are operating a RICO organization. In the meantime, this is one of those women that blame all of her life's problems on everybody else. She's a pretty crappy human. She's a crappy mother. She lied about being married. She lies about everything. She lies about falling asleep. They nod out midstream. They're usually slurring. She's just an overall horrible, horrible, horrible person. And yeah, the internet needs to be aware how horrible this woman is. She literally destroys not just people on the internet's lives, but that of her own children, except for the 3 that she abandoned. Bless their hearts. They're in a better place. Oh, Gold Dust. I know all about her. I actually would. I know all about her. Thank you so much. The other day, BJ was talking about her car breaking down and taking kids to school. She only spoke on taking 3 kids to 3 different schools, never spoke on the 2 boys. I'm not surprised.
$100. That was freaking crazy.
Yes.
T. Lee, thank you for all the gifts, for all the everybody. Have a blessed night, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
This the same person that said, how much did she say was like a measly amount? And that she spends $80. Oh, are they really, Wingy? That's shocking. Why? All because they hate Laura? 8,000 is a measly amount. Yeah. Oh, that's disheartening, Wingy. Definitely disheartening.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Damn, I knew she wasn't gonna go.
Damn, I knew she wasn't going to go. The same way you haven't appeared for any of your hearings. Okay. Right. 8K is a measly amount, and she spends 80 like that on paintbrushes. Please. Plus, this woman has cost granny well over 25K, Ellie. Are you kidding me? My latest bill was 23,000. That's on top of what I've already paid up until this moment. Is the number is nauseating. And for those that were questioning if I'm telling the truth or not, I definitely sent proof to Clue. Obviously, I'm not going to put all of my I'm not going to put out my legal bill communications with my lawyer publicly, but I did send it to a creator who can confirm they've seen it. Go a little bit higher, Ellie. And don't forget Oklahoma, too. It is it's definitely nauseating. Sorry, I just got a message. SW sent membership super chat. She didn't thank her at the end. She doesn't care. She's not appreciative of anything. She thinks she's entitled. This thumbnail is showing exactly how this woman meets every mark for CPS and yet still blames the internet. It is incredible. Some of us have had to deal with attorneys and courts throughout our adult lives and have no doubt about those numbers. Yeah. And again, I don't get charged for text messages. So that whole stop texting your lawyer while you're live, that's not what I'm paying for. Do you know how much appellate court costs? Oh, it's nauseating. New law requires anything over 20K to be reported from Cash Apps. Well, I didn't get 20K in Cash App. I wish I had. Hell. Nope, don't show them granny. They don't deserve to see any of your bills. They're not feeding you. Well, that's true. Oh, you don't think it was about Julie? Not yet, proud for her mom. Still waiting to see. No, I get what you're saying. No, I'm not going to. Don't show them anything. You think that was about, let's hear it again. Somebody said they think this was about S-Dubs. Well, first off, I'll tell you what, S-Dubs will get on Brittany's nerves, just like reality does. But Brittany can't run a show alone.
Damn, I knew she wasn't going to go.
Maybe I could see it being either or. Because why would she think that Julie wouldn't go? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think she's definitely talking about Julie. The only thing I will say is it does suck that they have postponed this hearing so much that an RO hearing is going on as what, 6th or 7th appearance? That's kind of ridiculous. The reality is BJ's last resort is she now her new unpaid employee. Feisty Nana just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, Feisty. Deep for Delight came in with the 6 months milestone. Yay. We're halfway there. Oh. Because I get the merit for not disabling my auto predict correct. How was it, Lucy? I hope you had a good time there. Bernie, you could never entertain over 1,400 people on your own. Ever, ever. All right, what is this one? Tonight's live was awful. BJ sleeping. Reality calling folks a-holes and 5x5 drunk ladies saying her recently deceased mom was haunting her. Craig blaring music in the background, then turns on camera on flipping the bird, then telling GW, I know who you are, F you. It's like they're all racing to see who burns BJ's channel first. So wait, the drunk turned on the camera and said, fuck you? Let me check that out. Let me see. Who didn't know Brittany couldn't do a stream without at least mentioning one of us at least once? Last week before payday, angry but awake. This week after payday, nodding off and falling off panel, never to return. Oh, that's so true. That Stubbs thinks Beach gave a fuck about her or the subs. Delusional. How long do you think until the people that are hate bonding with Brittany realize what an absolute mess she is? Surely it can't be long. Oh my God, this woman's saying her deceased mother's haunting her. Who says that about their recently deceased mother? Pedal me, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you. Julie's crafting with the 38 months. Love you, lady. Thank you so much. Right, simplify. Well, how's their outrage if anybody else? Where's the outrage? These people are postponing it because they're lazy, not because they have legit reasons. Huge fundraiser stream with 7 creators on all platforms. Wait, what? Whoever said GW stop texting attorney, shut the F up. Fuck them. They have no idea. Craig has an attorney representing him. She's there on his behalf. Julie says she had her sick mother to care for. Isn't that the reason for continuance? Yes. I'm going to tip. Thank you. Fucking redacted with the 16 months. Thank you for fighting for all our free speech. Thank you. I'm sorry that everybody had to be threatened by such vile people. Casual art with the 5 gifted. Growing the MFers field. Thank you. Sigma, she absolutely is inflicting emotional stress upon her children with zero concern for the impact it will have. Wait until these little children are teenagers. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what it means, Meg. I don't even know what the point system is. Can you read the comments out for those who can't see or doing chores, please? Absolutely, Deanna. I apologize. You're right. I should have been doing that. Frefty said, I told Reality to go count her butterflies last night. She didn't like it. Jankovo coming in with the 33 months. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Jen, for always being here. And she says, I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope you do as well. Now we got oldies, and even if Julie was there, Craig would have had it postponed again as he was trying to do Zoom and he was supposed to be in person. I think there's a big difference in postponing because you have to care for a loved one, as opposed to postponing because you just don't want to show up. Hell, anybody remember when Lasniak postponed responding to appellate court and was off by like 2 months, and never putting a filing in, and then turn around and said it's because he lost a family member he was taking care of. Didn't see anybody bitching then. Oh, they'll be out of control complete. She has no control over them now. My son would never, ever curse at me, let alone call me a disparaging name. Ever. He just wouldn't have it in his heart to do that. Last time his lawyer couldn't even get in touch with him. Yep. Wow, D for delightful. Thank you so much. Just because. Hell yeah, thank you. You guys tell me what the point system is and I'll fix it. I don't really get it. Let me see. Maybe I can. Let's see how we do it again. Yeah, I passed the path for to be a partner on Kick. I haven't applied. But I met all the guidelines. How do I I forget how to do it again, guys. Oh, found it. No, I didn't. Never mind. I don't know. I'll play with it later and fix them. But I don't really understand the reward system. I don't understand none of that with Kick, but I'm going to have to learn, though, because I decided to start doing lives on there. Hell yeah, Kathy. It is very confusing. I am very, I'm used to what I know, and changing that is difficult, but oh my God, what the crock. You didn't have to send this here and a Cash App. Holy shit, thank you. Have I checked text messages? No. Should I? Somebody texting me? Took care of my dad for many years. Doberman says, I took care of my dad for many years, and at the end, went every day to do all the things for him, calls in the middle of the night for fallen or ER trips, everything, and never would I have been angry or cussed him. Facts. Irish Eyes says, Granny, get moving. I got you on YouTube and Kick. Thank you, Irish Eyes. How do I do that again? The point system. All right, dashboard. Slow mode, set goals. Okay, that's not how it goes. Yeah, I know they'll help. I'll ask, but I don't I'll just wait a minute. We'll figure it out later. That is so kind of you, What the Croc. Seriously, thank you. She really is, B. They all are. I've been very blessed with the best moderation team on these YouTube screets. Give a thumbs up. Thank you so much, TK. You put like emojis only, and when things you want as goals, like you ask me anything, never have I ever. Yeah, I just don't recall how to get there. That's all. Maybe it's in chat moderation. Anybody have big plans this weekend? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm not going to hold off, make you all wait while I figure this out. So we'll just stop doing that. Going to visit my dad. That will be nice. Isn't it? That's a real story, man. That shit sucks. Literal shit sucks. Our out children watches both parents from little bitty. How we treat each other in front of our kids is what we are teaching them. They see respect, and the kids will grow up and have respect as well. No, I absolutely agree. I think that when you have somebody just cursing out and treating each other the way those two do, on top of the way they represent themselves to the internet, yeah, I think, I think, yeah, I'll just say that. I'm going to see a band called Midlife Crisis on Saturday. They play all the music from the 80s. They are wonderful. That sounds like a great time. Dude, Bruce Springsteen is coming to perform in my area, and he has always been my mom's absolute favorite. But the price of his tickets are absolutely insane. Insane. B Fancy says it's supposed to be a sunny, so I'll be topping up my tan, hopefully. What is my weekend's weather? This week has been so up and down. It's horrible. Let me look. Let me look at what we're looking at. We got all right, give me days. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow we're going back to 53. Sunday we're going to 57. Monday 67. The weather's just crap again. It's like back to being cold. Tired dirt. There's no way. There's no way. It's not even. I do love the fact that these people are arguing against it. Like some of the creators are saying that they don't appreciate the scalpers grabbing their tickets. Oh, so check this out. You guys know Farrah Abraham from Teen Mom? Well, Farrah Abraham from Teen Mom threatened to sue Ellie B. And Ellie B. Reality TV news. So there was this big controversy where Farrah Abraham ripped off a local small hairdresser. And then when the hairdresser did a what do you call that? Interview with Ellie. So now Farrah's threatening to sue the hairdresser. She's threatening to sue Ellie. And yeah, it's pretty freaking gross.
Another creator, this story got picked up, and it's just one of those stories that, you know, probably it didn't matter who the interviewer was, it was going to spread like wildfire because of the details. You know, Farrah Abraham asked a small business owner to do her and Sophia's hair in preparation for Sophia's prom. They do a great job, in my opinion. When Farrah came in, her hair was definitely in need of attention, and Slay and the
Crime Relay, I just saw that you commented about your father passing. I am really sorry to hear that. And Jason, Tattoo sent me a cash app from you, so thank you so much for that. Farrah looked feral. She sure did.
girls did really well in my opinion. What did the lawyer tell Slay? I think Slay's supposed to. I think Slay said she was going to update us on that. But I don't know. I know Slay talked to the lawyer, and last night when we were on live, she said like, "I'm gonna have to update you on that," but she hasn't told me yet, so I'm really not sure. But
let me get to the parts. Let me get to the part where she's actually reading. What is this? Go away.
I've been one of the main people, I guess, covering this situation. I guess covering it more than other creators, and that's because, you know, I feel strongly about the situation. Somebody sent me a link to the Sisters Uncensored podcast where Farrah was on there talking about the situation, and a lot of what she said was statements, posts, comments, and data attached. You said that from the first, like, moment one. I'm backing this up with evidence. Anyways, let's go look at.
She says horrible things about Tyler and Caitlyn. She says things like they're incestual, that they're, you know, I mean, absolute defamable things that they should sue for. But, you know, Tyler's brother is in the LCU. She absolutely did not clue. She did not age well. But here's the what they wrote pretty much.
the first cease and desist. And I will say that most of this, like more of a C&D, right, with more in it. However, like the second or third one they sent me didn't have that. Like it said cease and desist notice via email dated April 22nd to LB official from Farrah Abraham and KM Production Media Group. This letter serves as a formal notice that your recent public statements, posts, comments, and any related content concerning Farrah Abraham and any KM Production Media Group clients are disputed, unwelcome, and must stop immediately. Your conduct has included repeated public commentary regarding a hairstylist dispute, allegations about hair damage, and statements that have escalated into what appears to be a coordinated smear campaign.
Doesn't it sound so familiar? So anyway, it basically goes on and tells her to remove all the postings she's made in the past, what does it say here? In the past 24 hours or something, and blah, blah, blah. She doesn't. Now, what I did hear Ellie say is like, well, it's my freedom of speech, and you can't sue me for that, and blah, blah, blah. And of course, I commented and said, girl, yes, they can. They won't win, but they can certainly sue you for anything at all. She responded back very well, but I wouldn't even further communicate with them because people like Farrah that have the money, she'll drag you into litigation just to cost you thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands to defend. So I would tread carefully. I haven't gotten to talk to my dad yet. Literally just woke up. Keep us posted, Chloe. Keep us posted. I can't fathom what it feels like. But somebody wrote a comment about where'd it go? Wait, is this between Caitlyn and Farrah? So no, Farrah ripped off a small hairstylist that she asked to do a collab with. Later decided she wasn't going to tag the person for their free work. They did thousands and thousands of dollars of free work. When Caitlyn and Tyler heard that Farrah did this, they saw the opportunity to pay the woman for the money that they spent doing Farrah's hair. And of course, it gave them good publicity. So it was kind of genius, but yeah. Exactly, Wendy Blank. People with FU money or backing with FU money will keep you in court for as long as it suits them. People with lawyers in their pockets, absolutely crazy. Barbara, thank you so much. Love from South Africa. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure your father's probably trying to catch up on some sleep too. Oh man, what a nightmare. Baby Clue, Clue, did you get to show Baby Clue your new washer and dryer? Your new fancy washer and dryer? Oh. Thank you so much for the Venmo. That was really sweet. And what the crock. Thank you for the Cash App. I know some people are upset that I put my stream on members only, but when so many people are taking like your real raw emotional feelings and using it to laugh and mock you, it was just, it was just what I did in that moment. At the end of the day, though, I've heard these bitches cry because one was told she looks like a bulldog and the other one, well, she recognized what her life is. So, it's just one of those things, right? I can't stand these people. They would never be able to handle what I've gone through. And not only that, but their lies and their lack of knowledge of what they're saying is quite infuriating. The craziest part is, Jones and Loon, if I decided to pursue either of you or both of you, you would not have the financial backing to survive this. You wouldn't. Period. I don't think your bus job would pay for it. And I certainly don't think your audience would. And especially you, Loon. You had to rob a man for $1,200 last time. Piece of shit. Anyway, my lawyer's getting pretty tired of Loon's defamatory statements too. So you might have to answer for that. I don't know. Just saying. Oh yeah, for those who are unaware, exactly, Meg. And she thinks she'll just keep using my name to make it. No, bitch. Nope. I'm telling you right now, you better just quote unquote shut up. Mean girls antics on attention. Hell yeah, Kathy, definitely. They don't like when they get the attention they crave, though. You ever notice that? No, because to them, they just think that it's a huge moneymaker. They just think it's this, like I'm lying to everybody and I'm living a rich life. They don't get it. They don't get it. They'll never get it. And I don't care for people like them to even try to get it. They're intentionally being woefully ignorant because they don't like me. But ask Jones and when she stopped liking me. And it wasn't until I got thrown in this litigation and your ass hid all your videos to prevent yourself from getting thrown in it. Well, one day sooner, maybe than later. What the crack? I'll tell you that. Right. Screenshot this. And like the ignorance of that bill coming, or Brittany claiming like that's the only bill I've ever paid. Really? Dumbass? You think so? Oh, I know. Loon thinks she knows more than all of us. All of us. A societal reject. She thinks she knows better than everybody. Well, she is fake, Jada. Where everybody's supposed to have empathy towards Brittany and everybody's supposed to hold Brittany up and care about Brittany and her pregnancy and her kids and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Yeah, well, I don't care, Sunflower. I don't care. It's no excuse. We don't even know how much she allegedly got. That's stupid. Like I said, I'm not out here pinning it. I'm not out here pushing all the time. I was shocked by that bill. I wasn't even going to go live. I did not think I would react that way. It fucking happens. Oh, well. It's like, I'm sorry that I'm human. Should I rather come on here and cry because somebody said I look like a bulldog? Exactly, ND Bushes. That's because everybody who associates with Moon actually hates Moon. That's why. Everybody who's ever gotten close to or pretends to like Moon or pretends to support her, they actually hate her. So she's projecting that. That's what these people are full of. Projections, insecurities, and brokenness. Exactly. On top of what I've already paid Joe Madre. And like I said, because there was so much time went by, like, I mean, not so much time, but a month and a half, 2 months feels like a long time. And I thought everything was quiet. I thought everything was caught up. So. Exactly, Tina. And that's what upset me. That's exactly right. Granny, Nick is Caitlin's brother, not Tyler's. That's right. I'm sorry. I've been cruel to BJ. Mm-hmm. That's okay, Moon. I laughed hysterically when I found out that you couldn't even afford to change the sheets. How about that, bitch? How about that? You know, many times Loon has come online crying hysterical about made up things, but I shouldn't be upset about having to dish out thousands and thousands of dollars because of lies, because of absolute lies. If there were any truth into anything that was written against me, that would be different. But the entire filing is based on lies and was brought with the intent to do what it's doing. So I'm sorry that it was so upsetting, but I can't imagine nobody else would feel the same way. Imagine if somebody like Brittany cost you to spend this type of freaking money. Is no, she's not, because Loon's actually ban evading. You keep it up, and I'm going to revisit your time with Lana and how badly you want it to be with her. Not that I've seen River House. A court date with Brittany in July? Oh, yeah. I guess so. I didn't even know that. How the fuck? How do other people know this before I do? Don't you think that's a little wild? Like, who the hell's staring at my dockets like that? I mean, thank you for telling me, I suppose. Let's take a gander. All parties are to appear in person. Requires all parties to appear at a hearing on Tuesday, July 14th at 9 a.m. in a courtroom hearing room to be announced, Delaware County Courthouse Media. At this hearing, you must be prepared to present all testimony and or argument and must ensure that your witnesses will be present. Guess we'll see you in July, Brittany. Be nice, Miss Liverbird. Be nice. It is a little bit, isn't it, Roxy? But oh well. I guess I'm gonna have to miss my that's my vacation though, to be honest. That's the week my whole family goes on vacation. The date is set for the declaratory judgment. By who, Sassy Hound? Can you people stop doing that? I think it's a little rude. Ah, we didn't get it out yet, so that's why. Damn, I'm going to have to come home from... No, it's not. It's for the declaratory judgment. It's for the petition for assessment of attorney fees and litigation costs. Requires all parties to appear at a hearing on Tuesday, July 14th. And guess what? They don't allow Zoom. Delaware County doesn't allow Zoom for hearings like this. I highly doubt they're going to allow Brittany to appear via Zoom or on the phone. And she'll have the baby by then. Oh, Granny, you're going to have to leave your vacation. Meanwhile, these fucks ain't even going to show because it's all games. I'm so fucking irritated on your behalf. That's so true. There's a good chance that I could ask my lawyer just to appear on my behalf, but I'm sure I'm a witness. He has to cross-examine me. Well, depending on who we get as a judge, we'll just leave it at that and see what happens if she doesn't show. I agree, Marlena. Marlena says, I feel from what I've seen and heard of BJ herself, she has never done anything to better the lives of her and or her children. I mean, we've never heard about their first apartment, preschool, blah, 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 sport, nothing. No, I'm going to keep this one, Fortune. I'll come back. It's no big deal. 8 more likes to 1,000. If you haven't knocked on Granny's door yet, please take a moment. May 13th is Brittany and Craig's private citizens complaint hearing. Sarah says, I definitely think Nick is not only going to sue BJ for losing the case, but all the money responsibility is on her as well. That's why he's chilling, doesn't care they lost, unlike scared BJ. Here's the thing, Sarah, he can't. They didn't have a winning case to begin with. They made allegations of RICO, and they couldn't make not a single predicate act. They also didn't they were never going to win, so she didn't make them lose. They also don't have the capabilities to put all the money responsibilities on her. That's up to Barbecue and I, who we pursue. We can pursue all of them. We can pursue one of them. And we pursue one of them. That one then has to pursue their co-plaintiffs for their portions of it. So it's not really up to them. Yeah, I know. Me and Nick are working together. How sickening is that? How sick is that? Wait, you know what's crazy, Captain Kurt? Did you hear yet? Hold on. You take a look at this. You ready for this, Kurt? Case closed. I'm sorry, case closed. She said she would have closed it out a month ago, but she has been going to the wrong house. Can we also point out that she's using a backdrop that says drama? But I thought she hates the drama. I thought she needs 10,000 a month to stop the drama. Help me, help me. I know, I've heard of that, Laura. Inky, I've heard of that. Yeah. Does anybody in the chat believe that the CPS is that incompetent that they've been going to the wrong house for a month? Especially when, according to her, she's had 6. I got the hiccups again. 6 different open cases at one point? Not a chance, no. Where are you at, Loon? You gonna claim this is true too, Loon? Any excuses for this one, Gray Team? The only thing I could think of is this is why they said the house was adorable. Amit says, what a wonderful news. July 4th will be our 2-year anniversary of the 7 of us leaving BJ. Oh, congratulations, Amma. What a great way to celebrate. My son's birthday is right around that date, too. 8 cases in the wrong house? Oh, it's 8 cases now? Come on. And again, she already said that they went to the doctor's appointment with her and then went to her house later. Because we all said then they wouldn't go to the doctor's appointment to, make sure they have eyes on the children if they were going to go to your house later. Come on. Right. So the other house had 2 boys, same ages and names for CPS to check up on. Come on. Psyops with the 22 months. Almost there. We support you fully. Thank you, Psyops. Thank you. It does. The number fluctuates every time. It certainly does. It reminds me of the person she idolized. Was she unhappy by it? I'll survive because that person will be able to expose all of Loon's lies. Yeah. But just stay away. That's all. Just stay away. That person will destroy Loon and all of her damn lies, and Angela's too. Apparently, yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of TikTok Tony coming on BJ's and threatening to show all her skeletons. But BJ doesn't support real life stuff. Did that come from BJ, Clue? Did BJ say that? Because how would she even know that? It's not like YouTube does a like your memory on this date type of thing like Facebook does. I guess they were taking pictures of somebody else's house if we want to believe her. I remember she let that happen. Hey, Alabama. But I didn't know that she was bragging about it. That person will go after BJ, I'm sure. But again, just steer. Finally finds the right house, but only stays a minute and closes the case. That's a bit sus. What do you say about that, Wyoming gal? Good point. Finally finds the right house, but only stays a minute and closes the case. That's a bit sus. And you mean to tell me that CPS admitted to Brittany that they've been going to the wrong house for a month? Yeah, JR, I'm sorry to hear that, but that is how it happens. Hey, Combat, it's good to see you. Drive safe today. What motherfucker would let CPS continue to go to their house for a whole month? You mean you're not offering spotted dick to the CPS worker? They hadn't been trying to contact her through the phone and she dodged them. Right, they're going to the wrong house. They never once say to her like, hey, can you help me understand why you're, I don't know. And they've been to her house 7 other times, and somehow yet they're going to the wrong house. None of this makes any sense. But again, and I need more details too. And I want to know, why was Angela's only response awesome news? Why didn't you call out that this was an obvious lie? Right? I mean, who want to say, like, bitch, come on. If one of my mods try lying to me on this magnitude of a level of something so obviously bullshit, I would laugh at them. I'd be like, no, stop it. Tell the truth now. What are you talking about? This was my AI generated photo. I didn't use it though. Oh dear, the address said 14 Elm Street. Is this not 14 Elm Street? CPS, no children live here, dear. You're at 34 Maple Avenue. And that person just returned for a month. Kept going every day for a month to this. And not only that, but does she live in a small, like, backwoods neighborhood that doesn't even have a large population? Come on. Yeah, Julie asked for a continuance to take care of her mother. I get that, Angelica, but this is also in private, right? Like, if one of my friends are telling a white lie publicly, I might, not necessarily support it, but turn an ear or something. I don't know. It would have to be something so stupid. Like, I can understand lying about CPS publicly, right? You shouldn't even be talking about it publicly, but okay, fine. Go ahead and lie about it. It's nobody's business anyway. But to lie in private and not have your friend call it out? I agree, Clue. I said the same thing earlier. If I was one of the people that made the original calls, hearing everything Brittany has claimed about them and how incompetent she makes them out to be and how corrupt she makes them out to be, yeah, I would go ahead and put in for an investigation. Sorry, give me a second. That's true, Sunflower. Fair enough. Sunflower said, but BJ is the creator and Ange was the simp. The simp rarely questions the creator. Granny, you and Clue should start doing a morning podcast, limited time a day, but every day. People can wake up and expect it daily. I think I do that, Mittens Mama. I think I do that already. Oh, Clue, do you see we have a court hearing? I don't know when you came in. Blah, blah, blah. Filing party is responsible for service of the rule returnable. Turnable date or hearing. How the fuck are you people hearing it before me? The court date for the declaratory judgment with Brittany is July 14th. Someone was talking, boy, this is my son, tell everyone the truth. Oh, of course it's me. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Do. Oh, I did get it. Thank you so much. It's me, Tiffany. That was so generous of you. Thank you. If she's being truthful, that CPS office definitely needs to be looked into. For them to tell her and Craig it was a woman with a northern accent is dangerous. Are they aware that he has an RO? Probably not. Well, to be fair, he has a TRO, temporary RO. Meg, even if that was the case, they wouldn't keep showing up for a month, right? And she's had previous open cases with CPS, so they have her address. I don't believe her. I just think she's a liar. I did react to every Venmo, Jacqueline. So if it did, I reacted because I know a lot of times usernames aren't, it's government names on there. Jill with the 20 gifted. Thank you for expanding the MFers. I saw the court date on X last night, but figured you knew. Nope. Can anybody tell me who posted it on X? I mean, I'd appreciate that. Thank you, Shelby. We all know BJ's a liar. Tara with the 17 months. Thank you, Tara. Oh, who the fuck is that person? That's a little weird to be following my docket closer than we are. You know what I mean? What is that called? Oh, it's annoying. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading something. Okay, sorry. I didn't return my call to CPS as a reference case was still closed. Parents were able to tell CPS they could not talk to kids at school again without prior notice to them. Once you can come to conclusion on a person, it's so much easier to get them when they speak because it's always a lie. Reverse psychology is also great on her. Yeah, Donna Bird, it should, but unfortunately it is public record, so it doesn't. But I do find it odd that somebody's like focusing on my docket in that format. That's what I said, Joe Madre. There should be no excuse. She'll be able to walk again. She had the baby by then. Great. That is not a little something. Thank you so much. BJ's letting a little Rico truth slip out to Craig between now and then, or she might be homeless when he learns all her lies. Probably ACLU post it. These idiots don't even believe that JR remembers. They don't believe these people are so willfully ignorant, it's embarrassing. Did you get any notification about your memberships being refunded? If the page was gone, that should have happened. If not, probably just private it. Are you speaking to me? Oh, okay, never mind. You scared me. I'm like, no, my shit's okay so far. She also stated Craig's mama will babysit so she can absolutely get time away. And we got that clip. It has nothing to do with barbecue, Italy. We got that clip too. So, yep, you're right. And not only that, but the courts don't care that you have school age children or you have a newborn. That doesn't get you out of responsibilities. Did Granny see that Craig and BJ stated they consider their money is each other's money, like married people? I heard something that implied it before, but I don't have, if that was said recently, I don't have it. And I would like it. If anybody would like to send it to me. Exactly, the Hatter's Madness. You know, BJ will play the newborn card until the baby is 5 years old. No idea. No idea, Peekaboo. I'm a mama. I'm a mama of school-age children. I'm just a mama. She'll be denied until her bank account gets levied and income starts being garnished. Even then, she will deny. No, it's okay, Italy. This is just for the declaratory judgment. It has nothing to do with the RICO. Right. Oh, and on top of that, the caseworker. Now, that would make sense. The caseworker who couldn't find the right house for over a month is also the same person that claims they're a fan of BJ's True Crime channel, which we all know is not a true crime channel. Last week, Miss J, I usually try to react so everybody knows that I did receive. No, I did not. I didn't, Miss Jess. Unless, yes, I did. On April 15th, I responded to it, hon. I did a thank you. Lovey, we just had a YouTube baby. Oh no, maybe now I can get out of court too. A YouTube baby. Oh, no rush, Clue, but I appreciate you having it. Thank you. Whenever you get a minute, no rush at all. I know you got bigger things happening. The statement of they are like a married couple with kids that live as a married couple. That was something of an old stream that Clue played, I believe. Well, here's the thing. Cray walked himself right into litigation anyhow. So, I wish I could screenshot this. I'm sure they're gorgeous. Her fan went to the wrong house for a month. Right. Her true crime fan. Oh, good point. Seeker said, didn't she say it was the supervisor who closed her out this time? But wait, in that message, she says it's the caseworker. What a pathological liar. I'm sorry, she clearly states right here, case closed. And then she even clarifies the caseworker. She says she would have closed it out a month ago, but she has been going to the wrong house. And clarifies herself, the caseworker has been going to the wrong house. So no, you helped me catch it, Seeker. You called it. That's crazy. That's another lie to the list. Happy Friday, 58 and Fabulous. I hope you got some great fun plans for this weekend. We're going to go see the Michael Jackson movie. Woo-hoo. How you can be so in fear of someone coming to your house. Yeah, local CPS can't even find the right house. You know what? If this was even remotely true, and we all know it wasn't, they probably didn't want to find the right house. Can you imagine being forced to go in that house? Ooh, sends shivers up my spine. Almost 2 years as an MFer. Woo, you got this. Thank you, Crimson Moon. Thank you so much. That is insane. 23 months is insane. Right, so who was that on the phone with her? Maybe it was just a regular subscriber, the woman. We can't trust nothing that woman says. Oh, maybe I should run it through ChatGPT. Would a child services caseworker do an interview with the family they are investigating for the family to place it on YouTube. Maybe I should see what Google says. I mean, ChatGPT. You know, like Brittany did with my attorney. Would a real attorney send these emails? Fucking weirdo. Yep, she said they were there for a registry when her registry was done. She's such a horrible liar. And notice, nobody during that phone call, neither her nor the alleged caseworker brought up the registry. Okay? Didn't even bring it up. Yep, she said they sent it to main CPS headquarters in Riley Co. to close. State headquarters is not Riley. Raleigh, I think it's called. Roxy, I don't remember my very first, but one of my first cassette tapes was Janet Jackson. And I was so damn dramatic that when my dog died, I sat and listened to, what is that one song? Janet Jackson, sad songs. I think it was the Every Time. Maybe it was Again. Hold on, let me hear it. And I sit there and cry about my. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I was such a dramatic child. I'm still dramatic though. Janet Jackson. I don't know if that's the song or not. Let's see. It was that song. And I sit there with my cassette player with the little circle headphones and I cry about my deceased dog. Oh my God. I had to be like 7 or 8 years old. Maybe 6. I don't even know. With BJ continued lying on CPS department there in her town and DA and the law enforcement agencies, a big red flag. Somebody needs to investigate her ass. She's putting their lives in danger. Well, Red Hot Chilies was mine. Oh, the memories. July with the 12 months. Hope you have a great weekend, GW. I hope you do as well. Thank you. Yeah, Raleigh. I knew I said it wrong. No, this was this year, Bosco. So she was pregnant. I think this is the call. Can we rewind? When the hell did she claim this latest call came in? It was right after the boys were sick and the school called her. And then she had an interview with the principal. Who knows if they even closed it out on this date because she's a pathological liar. She told everybody the supervisor closed it. But in this, she's saying the caseworker. This girl lies to lie. Right. So this would have been after what I believe was the police calling because she had the loaded weapons laying around, running. Imagine if they were running. I also believe that, Auburn. Auburn says it was never closed, in my opinion. Do any of you believe she's getting several cases opened, or do you believe it's one that has never been closed? She's never shown proof of paperwork. She's never shown footage of them there. She's never shown any proof that any of it was ever closed out. She openly lied about the very first alleged call where she said Randall said he knew it was salacious and malicious. Then came back out and admitted that they actually did open up a family plan and made them get beds. Pamela is the only one I see so far that says several. Most people say one that's never been closed. Yeah, so surely she could show us that if you get it in writing, right? Here's the thing, though, Sweet. Sweet says, when you report CPS, they ask if you want to know the outcome of the investigation. So whoever is calling has access to know if a case was open or not. I don't believe any of us or anybody online is the one calling. I saw that. She's crazy, Gold Dust. First, let me read this. Catalina says her breakup with Lemon and telling everyone she was pregnant was around Valentine's Day. The kids being sick was beginning middle of March. Right. So you mean to tell me that they closed out in January? They closed out the case, but then in March opened another one. But yet we all know that they have to have a case open for what, 45 to 60 days? And I believe Heather Gillespie lost custody or visitation for many reasons, not just the caseworkers. She is mentally unhinged. Was that Peachy? Was that before or after they forced her to get the beds, though? Right? Like, are they beds they forced her to get? Greek Dad says as well that she won't just stop lying and come clean. Just wild. That's why I think it's a disorder or something. I just don't believe any of it, guys. Let me see, Crafton. Or Jacqueline, I'm sorry. Hold on. I hope you guys know how much it kills me to even click this freaking channel. I hate even seeing them getting any interaction. Offer being a betrayal. Okay. So here's a post from 18 hours ago. Dear Brittany J. Subs, do you remember all the times she has said that CPS was called this last time because of the baby registry? That was a lie. She kept using the baby registry as an excuse to pull on your heartstrings. It worked. Some of you asked what else she needed or sent money for her to buy something for the baby. The cold truth is it was probably spent on fast food or alcohol for Krager's. Look at the first reason she gave. The kids aren't in school. Followed along with the worker wanting to meet her at the boys' doctor appointment. There's your answer. But you know what, though? I'm sorry. But you stayed by her knowing all these things. We've been saying all of this. You're now just repeating what we've been saying, what you labeled us liars for. And you helped her sell the lie that we're trying to remove those boys from their mom. And now you're telling the truth. I don't get it, man. The baby registry wasn't even a thing. She made it up because telling you that her kids can't miss any more school doesn't bring in sympathy or money. I was over that registry, not just because of the robe she keeps bringing up, but because she was lying to all of you and using it to grift. It made me feel gross. I no longer wanted my name associated with it. Something else that's gross is people that willfully lie for her because they also get something out of it. Oh my God, really? Really? Loon. My question is, who feeds their kids at midnight and expects them to be able to get up for school the next morning? It's a constant thing, and it takes an adult to set their schedule. She should be sitting those boys down to eat between 6 to 8. 6 to 8? That's late. But instead, Brittany is online. These are the hard, cold facts. No, you know what? These are not hard, cold facts. They're facts that we have been stating for fucking weeks, if not months. Come on now. You're one of the people that went along with it willfully. You're one of them. You know who didn't do a damn thing? All those people she has now. She traded treasures for crap. Oh, wait. Many damn good people are treated like shit for trying to talk to her or give advice. The same people she's lying on and acting like they did something wrong. Many of those same people spent days gathering stuff for her to use at court. You know who didn't do a damn thing? All those people she has now. She traded treasure for crap. That's okay, though. We have a lot of great people in our little Discord that support each other. Yeah. Watch yourselves. So Brittany says on March 18th, they reported me again. 3 CPS calls. I'm really pissed off. Kids aren't in school. Rats, rodents, and bugs all over the house. Debilitated at home. No prenatal care. Not feeding kids. She's going to meet me at the kids' doctor appointment. You know how they have to make contact with the family? This is bananas. Oh, fuck off. They make contact at the house. They don't go to a doctor's appointment. They told her I was doing drugs pregnant. That's the new allegation why they are doing the assessment. All the other allegations they would have just let go because they have been proven false. But I thought it was also proven false that you're a drug addict, that you're taking substances. Because didn't she say that too? Now all of a sudden that's the reason for it. I had a strict routine. My girls thrived. I'm not even the strictest with routines. I do the very basic of what a mother should do. I have dinner on the table every night between 5 and 6. If it's a bad day, maybe a little bit later. My kids always knew that bedtime was bedtime. We always had chill out time before bedtime. I mean, I can't. Plus, to be honest, quite frankly, the way she's representing that isn't, I mean, she says pay attention, where Brittany says kids aren't in school. Where'd that go? Hold on. But what Brittany's writing there is the allegations. She's not saying like my kids aren't in school. She's saying the allegations. But Angela wants you all to read it as if Brittany's saying my kids aren't in school. Not as if she's writing down the allegations made. No, Stormy, and I certainly don't make chicken at 3 a.m. And Auburn says Angela knew all of this. She just needs the drama. Sad. Did we just have a YouTube baby? Congratulations, Auburn. Thank you so much. No. If I don't feed my kids at 1 a.m. barbecue, I do not. And I don't start the crock pot at a time where it won't be done until the middle of the night, early a.m. One with a ton of things to complete. I'm with you, Beverly. Well, that's the case. That's the difference, right, Catalina? For you, it depends on their sports. So if they have a baseball game that goes until 8:30, 9, like I know my son's age group now with baseball, they're the last team to play. They don't get to field until like 9 p.m. on a school night. It's crazy to me. So they don't get done until well after, 10, 11. I don't know if it ever goes to 11, but whatever. So I understand that. She has no excuse. Her kids aren't in extracurricular activities. They're not doing anything. I agree, Donna. Take BJ out of the equation. Any 8-month pregnant woman who isn't coherent is cause for concern, especially when it's been throughout her pregnancy. I mean, look at that video from October. Her eyes were rolling in the back of her head as she was faceplanting the mic. Well, that's different, barbecue, right? You don't have young children that need to get to bed to get their rest for school the next day. And North Carolina, CPS can accompany a parent to a doctor's appointment or, more commonly, meet with a child at the doctor's office without the parent's permission during an investigation. Oh, I'm sure. You do 7 p.m. Bedtime, or I guess they're like littles. My neighbor does that with her littles. And to me, 7 p.m. is so early, right? But I understand why people do it. We have 4. They expect and like the routine. Anyone not putting kids on a schedule is nuts. Now, Greek Dad, do you keep that up in the summer too? Because with the sunlight out longer and all of that. Crack it, Jax. Let me take a look. Thank you so much. Make sure I got it. Oh, I did. Thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, I want to point this out because a lot of people said it yesterday. Like, it's not much, but I hope it helps. Every little dime helps. Every dime. There is no such thing as it's not much. It all goes into an accumulation. $1 goes on top of the, let's say, $50. It all adds up. It all helps. And it's all your hard-earned money. And the fact that you would send me any of it from $1 to 50 to 100. It's just, don't ever feel like you have to say it's not much to anybody, because it absolutely is. Rainbow B with the 28 months, my longest membership. Hashtag love you, mean it. Holy shit, I am so honored, Rainbow. Thank you so much for being here for as long as you have, and for me being your longest membership. Thank you. That is amazing. Love you too, girl. Thank you. I put chicken in the crock pot at 2:30 yesterday. Felt so weird doing it. I've done that if I forgot to defrost. Actually, oh, I did. I took my chicken out and put it in the fridge last night to defrost. Wait, I seen your answer. Who the hell's Rod? Dang it, I lost your Greek dad did say. I think you said 4 to 11. I read it, but I was distracted with my little appreciation tangent. Oh, 8 to 11 ages, Granny. Yes, in the summer too. Wow, I'm shocked that at their ages they fall asleep that early. But I'm impressed. I mean, I think it's fantastic. Grand Queen is 6. She goes to bed at 8:30, out by 9. But she doesn't have to get up for school until 7. Same here. My son has to get up for school at 7 so he can shower and all to be in time. And usually, I mean, he's at the age where he puts himself to bed, but when he was younger, like chill out time, going to bedtime was definitely 8:30. Oh, of course, exceptions and all. Thank you, Brianna, for that. And I love that you call her Grand Queen. That is hysterical. Hi, Granny. If my kids don't play sports, I would not know what to do with myself. Sports is our life. I get not everyone likes sports, but some type of extracurricular activity is important. When my son was younger, he did basketball, and unfortunately, he had a bad experience with the coach, right? So he was afraid to play sports. He didn't want to play sports anymore. So I joined him up for all the local activities at like the library and stuff. You can do game nights at the library. They have Lego club. They have like music time, all of that type of stuff. There's if your children are not sports children, there are other activities for you to get them into so that they get to socialize with other kids and leave the house. Hey, Sarah B. That's just lazy parenting. Hell, my kids basically, we were at the park almost every single night. They met a bunch of kids down there. They would run and play for hours. I met other parents. It was great. It was a free thing to get out and do. And you can go to the Y. You can go swimming at the Y. I mean, there's so many things you can do that will not cost you an arm and a leg. Plus, sports got expensive, man. When he got into the lacrosse, forget about it. That was so expensive. We will stand beside and behind you as long as you need us to. Don't make me get all Dr. Philly, KB. Thank you so much for that. Hell yeah. And guess what else? If you guys didn't know this, a lot of bowling alleys participate in Kids Bowl Free for the summer. So, and I think for the adult, you only have to pay like $5 to bowl with your kids. Fantastic program. Absolutely free. They get up to 2 games a day. I forget if it includes the shoes or not, but it is so worth it. She claims the beach is her life, which is quite insulting to somebody like me, who the beach is really my life. For somebody that has likely not gone to the beach in a decade. Thank you, Erie. Thank you so much. You got this, Granny. Ain't got a choice, my friends. She lives close enough to Fayetteville where there are plenty of free family-oriented things to do. I think you gave me a list of, or not a list, but you wrote out a list before of the many things to do. Oh, thank you for asking for it, Greek Dad. Hopefully one of my mods has it readily available. If not, I think it's Granny's W13, but I don't know for sure. Trixie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Trixie. Bottom line, she's not interested in her kids. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine us being like, yeah, I don't really like you little fuckers. I mean, don't get me wrong. There were definitely times I felt like I didn't like my kid. I'm like, oh, you're really difficult to like right now. But I've never not once been interested in my children. I practically begged my kids to hang out with me. That's why, like, when my son just asked me this morning about, can we go see the Michael Jackson movie? Fucking right, we can. And before we go, let's go get a bunch of candy to bring in with us. And, oh, do you want to go get dinner before we go? Any opportunity to spend time with them? Because, we all know, just like going bowling on the weekends, we all know there comes a day where the thought of hanging out with you doesn't even cross their minds. The weekends are for their friends. They're busy. They start to get their little girlfriends and all of that. Yeah. Do you want to go see too? I mean, let's go. Hell yeah. And buying the candy and then helping them sneak it in is the best part. A little, you act like you got to be secret. I'll tell you what, though. No bullshit. My son walked into the theater last time just holding a bag of candy. He's like, I'm not trying to hide this shit. He didn't say shit. I'm saying what he was thinking. Control Alt had to leave for 1.5 and it makes me happy to see you're still live. I didn't even realize I've been live this long. Oh my goodness. You just put that in perspective. It flew by this morning, especially when I wasn't even going to go live. I saw your Give Send Go, Gold Dust, and that was so generous of you. Seriously, thank you for that. Do you guys ever see that person that put a popcorn bowl in their belly to act like they're pregnant, and inside the bowl was all the candies and stuff? If you ask me, that was brilliant. And I'm telling you, if you're a member for like their free sign up or whatever, you earn money back on what you spend. But if you buy a large popcorn, you get free refills. So if you're like me and you have several kids with you or whatever, they now even give you the containers to pour the popcorn into. So you take that large popcorn, split it amongst them, and then go get a fresh refill for if they want seconds. I mean, there's so many ways to make things happen, even if you're not the wealthiest person. Okay? No, Kraken. Imagine me bitching. Imagine me bitching while you get up every morning and actually have to leave your house. Let me shut up. You're right. Mrs. M, thank you so much. Thank you. God, your avatar reminds me of my favorite state park that I drive through to get to my shore place. Love it. Essie with 100. You got this, Jess. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Essie. Holy shit, you guys are like really spoiling me right now. Thank you. I'll tell you what, though, when we went to see, what movie was it? Do you remember what the movie was before Undertone? I can't think of what movie it was, but anyway, I ate so much of the popcorn because I went there hungry. And I literally felt so sick. Like, I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to eat popcorn for like a month after that. You have rotating shifts. You know what cracks me up here, kitty? You're not even a member here, but you gift members so often. I actually think it's so funny. I know I've long before that happens either. Youngest is a preteen. Dude, Catalina, I will never forget because I was waiting on it, right? I was waiting for the day when my son's little squeaky boy voice turned into the deep voice like this. And I'll never forget the day. He literally was talking to me and I didn't even recognize it was his voice. Like I looked up and I was shocked it was him. Exactly, Greek Dad. Fun with kids can be free. Do it while you can because they grow so quickly. That's why my heart honestly breaks for her kids because I couldn't imagine not giving my kids basic life experiences. It's not I'm yearly, Barb. I'm very blessed to be yearly. My aunt's place is only seasonal and it opens this weekend too. Like, can you imagine? Like, I used to, when I first had my daughter, I was young, right? I was a teenager. So I had to walk everywhere. I'd walk to get her diapers, walk to get her formula, walk to whatever. We would always walk up and grab lunch. And like, it wasn't often, obviously, because I was young. I was fucking broke. I was poor. But it was so fun to walk up to the Arby's and sit down and have a lunch with her. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things you can do. Walk to the local library is free. Do you know libraries, first off, listen here, Brittany, you may be excited to hear this. You can rent games for gaming systems at libraries. They have games for the Switch, for the PlayStation, Xboxes, you name it. Okay. You can also, they have tons of board games there. They have computers and gaming systems you can play there. But on top of that, you can rent passes. You can rent passes to like museums or zoos or anything just by having a membership. I don't know. I still somehow have kick moderation on. And I don't know. I don't see what they're deleting of yours. But I'll fix that. I'm sorry. Bosco sent a full send. Thank you, Bosco Monster. Miss sent a skull emoji and a hype. Thank you so much. Yeah, Missy Lou. And get this, if you receive any type of government assistance, so medical, wink, wink, food stamps, wink, wink, you can go to a ton of museums and stuff for $2 a person. $2 a person. You can't beat that. They made it so that low-income families can still experience the education and the excitement of museums. There is no reason. Hell, you can type into your Google free local events near me, and a plethora of things will pop up. There's no excuse for never doing anything with your kids, and there's certainly no excuse for having to listen to another creator state what they are doing with their children for you to have the grand idea to do it with yours. Oh, Chasen's taking her son to see the Mario movie, and I think I might do that with. First off, if you can't do it because you're pregnant and you're miserable, there's no reason why Craig can't. And if Craig can't do it, there's no reason why you can't ask their older sister to do it or ask their grandma to do it. Take that boy to see that movie before it leaves the theater, for fuck's sake. GW, can a person keep paying into the same PayPal even if you go to Kick? Yeah. Yeah, Barbara, they can. I think I get what you're saying. Do you get zoo for $2 too? In my area, the zoo was not included. Or no, no, it wasn't. The zoo and the aquarium were not included. But this was years ago. Maybe they updated it. In Little Rock, the Museum of Discovery for Children is crazy. Oh man, the Please Touch Museum in Philadelphia is amazing. Franklin Institute. We have so many great museums around us. The dino tracks, I would love that. That's possible, Sunflower. Well, I heard of the grandmother asking to cut the boy's hair that was down to his shoulders. And Brittany said, no, I'm taking him to get his hair cut this week. And of course, never did. And I'm sorry, I know some kids want their hair grown out, but I have a strong feeling that's not what's happening there. Pittsburgh Zoo is like 100 for a family pass for an entire year. It works for my family of 8. That's actually a great deal, Cinder. Philadelphia Zoo is a little expensive. Anytime we've ever done passes, I've always split it with somebody else. So it worked out, and you can also local swim clubs. If you can't afford a membership to a local swim club, go in as a guest. There's no reason not to have your children doing something. This world is full of things to do. Hell, we live near woods. Just exploring the woods when they were younger. It was the cutest thing. My son would get his little backpack and he had his little explorer hat and we'd have the magnifying glass and the bug catcher and we'd go into the woods and oh my God, it was so much fun. So much fun. I miss those days. Live Thankful. Thank you so much. Happy Friday to you. I guess I better get my Friday going. Can't believe we've been on so long. Sorry, I'm just reading this. Baltimore Aquarium during summer runs $1 at night on Fridays. Oh, that's fantastic. We do a walk with a list of things. I remember I said that during the summer. I said you can do a scavenger hunt, a nature scavenger hunt for free. And then Brittany started talking about how she was going to do a scavenger hunt with the boys, but of course she never did. Shut up, Clue. You talk too much too, bitch. You talk too much. You talk too much. Well, I'll tell you what. It's better than talking slow and not having much to say. You know what I'm saying, Cleo? I cannot stand a slow talker, though. I'll tell you that. Ain't that right? I'd rather you talk than be snoring or saying, hold on. I said hold on much more than I would like to right now. Seashell with the hype. All we needed was gas money to do the geocache. Oh, I've seen videos of geocaching or whatever it is. Apparently, it's like this app, and they're like hidden all over the world. Yeah, BJ talks so slow and then snores, and she doesn't even heavy breathing, misreads things. But I mean, surely we're not comparing me to Beach. It's the Delco speed of speech. We also shorten words because we are verbally lazy. And I'm not kidding. Matter of fact, Clue, have you ever watched HBO show Mare of Easton or HBO show Tisk? All of you. If any of you have never seen these shows, they're fantastic and they're based on my area. Yeah, apparently I don't put the G at the end of words. I don't even know what that means. When people do put the G at the end of the words, I hear no difference. So it's actually annoying to keep hearing, oh, you don't put the G at the end of words. Gee golly, I'm not missing it because I don't even hear it any differently when you say it. So what does that even mean? Ugh. But no, seriously though. Watch both shows. Watch both shows because it's supposed to be a spinoff from the one. The one guy was able to get the accent perfectly. Because they actually grew up in the area. But look.
Talented actress you know best from her work in films such as Coda and Winner. She's currently starring in the HBO miniseries Task. New episodes premiere Sundays on HBO and HBO Max. Let's take a look.
Because there's got to be a reason
No,
why
there's
your
no
father
reason for
died.
any of it. And don't act like some kind of martyr.
I'm not acting like a
Because even if
martyr.
you did
You
do it
asked
for the
me
kids,
why.
they're not going to spend the rest of their lives without their father.
So this is the show Task. 10/10 recommend if you've never seen it. But I want to see where she shows off her, I'm guessing here, most played.
That was the best.
So I want to ask because I feel like it doesn't happen much the other way. Where let's be honest, a lot of you British actors come here and take our jobs. So, and we're not okay with it. And I'm going to be honest, I think it might stop soon. But do you feel like when you hear like Americans do a British accent, do you feel like they, on the whole, do a good job or a bad job?
I mean, I think it's a lot harder for Americans.
Okay. It's like a dance mom.
Proud mum, and she'd be like, show them your Delco accent. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, like, way to put me under the spot.
Say like a proud mom, show them your Delco accent. I'm telling you, we have a special accent, people. I mean, mine's a little more special because of the town I grew up in,
Room sessions, and then I flew out to Philly earlier than filming, and was Tom, so I'm sure he mentioned her, and she's from the area, and she was amazing. We did like Zoom sessions, and then I flew out to Philly earlier than filming, and we went around Delaware County and did some like bar hopping. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so you really
yeah.
put it to the test.
Yeah, like Ridley, like deep Delco. And I'd be like, can you say that word again, please? And yeah, it was great. Just making friends with the locals and really, getting my ear in. But she was great. And Tom was great. And so it was.
How was the feedback with you?
So they actually hire locals to help them work on their accents. Like the one guy said he would speak every day to a local guy just so he could pick up on the little nuances of his accent. She just said the same thing. Ridley is the township next to me. How cool the whole show is based on my area, and it's so cool. I haven't started yet. I'll survive, but I will soon. Thank you so much, Gutty. And Italy, I'll fix whatever they're doing to you over on Kick, because I do see you keep getting comments flagged. Seashell with the full send and Music City Mom with the rage quit. Why do they call this a rage quit? Never understood it. Me neither. Shelby sent a hype. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Shelby. I don't know why they call it a rage quit.
At the bar, would you then ask the patrons, like, how is it?
Well, my dialect coach at that point, we had done a lot of sessions, so she'd kind of be like a proud mum, and she'd be like, show them your Delco accent. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, like, way to put me under the spot. Like,
I love it's like a dance mom, but for Delco accents.
literally.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
she's such a Delco mom.
I know. Yeah, she gave me this necklace too that says Delco. So.
No, it's not a Philly accent. It really is a Delco accent. Delco is a mixture of Philly and Jersey together. We literally, like she said, Delco dance mom. She has a Delco necklace. Like it literally is. Delco is his own identity. It's weird, but.
Oh, I'm repping Delco, but the Philly Inquirer also mentioned the Delco accent, and that I did an okay job.
So that's wonderful. That's all you need. Yeah.
Honestly, that was the best.
So I want to ask, because I feel like it doesn't happen much.
So that's all. But she's on the show is called Task. It's an HBO show. And then the lady that was the main, the guy, Tom, he's from the area, so he was fine with the accent. I think it's this lady. So many of them say it was the most difficult accent they ever had to learn.
Like, if an actor is doing a good Delco accent from America, I'm like, they're from there. But like, when I was watching you, I was like, she's either from that area or she's like from Europe.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Because it was so good.
Oh.
Did you know how challenging it was when you agreed to do this?
Yeah, I'd seen Mayor of Easttown, who Brad Inglesby, who wrote
Yes.
both shows, who's incredible. I'd seen that show, and then so I knew that was something I was going to have to take on. And I think as soon as I was cast, that was the thing that I was like, I need to start working on it. But it was only when I got there and I started going to like Wawas and like
Wawa.
I was like, oh my God, that is a real sound.
Yeah.
It's a real.
Yeah, it's a real sound. It's a real thing. Listen, I'm not bullshitting. It really is a Delco accent. It's a hard thing to get. Okay. Everybody makes fun of me, but I'm not the only one struggling here.
It's a real unique sound. I know this is
I'm sad that I didn't run into any of them while they were filming here and trying to pick up the accent.
a very unfair thing to ask, but for me, can you say Wuthering Heights in a Delco accent?
Oh my God. Wuthering Heights.
That's great. I'm very happy with that.
That was actually a horrible job. That is not how we would say that, but a British person doing it. Job well done. She does that better than I do a British, but yeah, so stop making fun of me, God damn it. When I went to VA, we were there with a group that was from Jersey, and listening to them say Wawa over and over was life. Yeah, she was trying too hard. She said wuthering. It's wuthering. My son is in his 30s, and him and I play Zelda from Nintendo 360 over and over until we beat. We stayed up all night playing that game. Such wonderful memories. Oh, I love that. Library. I know how to say library. Library. We're just lazy. We cut out letters that are unnecessary. Okay. Library. Like Mayor of Easton is really called Mayor of East Town. But I say Mayor of Easton because we cut words. We're lazy. We're lazy and we're fast talkers. Telephone. I can say telephone. Wuthering Heights, I could say that. You know what else I could say? F you. That used to be my response when they would make fun of me. Yeah, but did you notice, though, Breaking Chains, how many people are now saying camera? So many people are copying the way I say camera, including Brittany, of all people. So there's that. Ooh, wee Frosty, thank you for the email. Appreciate you sending me that. All right, my friends, I think I'm out of here. I am going to get my whole day finally started. Let me look to see. Ah, she's not there. Let me pull my studio back up. I exited too soon. I saw somebody say they finally unsubscribed to a few of us because they can't stand the group think. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. When your whole crowd is based on group think. How do I do this again? I forget how to. I forget how to. Oh, I found it. Never mind. Let's see who they offer. Oh, I can't believe the weather's going to get cold again this weekend. How shitty is that? Oh my golly. I don't know why this isn't working. Oh well. Fuck, I tried. It did the same thing last weekend too. Got chilly. Yeah, it did. And then I didn't know I had to put actual sheets on my plants. 2 of them died. Oh my god, you guys got to see. No one, my moderator years ago sent me a rose plant after my grandmother passed, and I did not even realize that this tree that grew out of nowhere in my garden was actually that tree. I forgot. So I sent her a picture the other day. I'm like, bitch, look how big it got. And on top of that, I guess because of the wind, there are smaller ones now growing too. Insane. I thought reality was breaking chains. Never. No. Yeah, Sasha. Thank you too. Oh, wait. Here we go. All right. I figured it out. All right. I'm going to drop you all off at the hive. Rose tree plant. You added letters now, Granny. What did I call it? Well, I don't know what it was. Let me tell you what she told me it was. Because I sent her the photo. I was like, oh my God, look. Is this it? A white rose tree plant. I sent a white rose tree /plant /bush. And sure enough, it grew. How do you say camera? Camera. I now say cameras only because I love how Granny says it. Listen, it's a vibe. We should all say it. Why do we have to say camera? Honey, do you got the camera? That's weird. Get the camera and let's go. Hurry up. We're going to the library. I mean, you're going to sit on the toilet all day eating cherries? You know what I'm saying, though, Jennifer? Like, why do we have to add extra letters? Sunflowers, thank you so much for the skull. And listen, I'm going to figure out how to fix these redeem things. I forgot how I learned to do them. I'm going to play around with Kick when I get off of here to remember how to do it. Did I see your Granny, see my super chat? I'm so sorry. Did I miss it? Big T. I can't believe I missed it. I'm sorry. Wow, you guys seriously spoiled me today. Thank you so much. Kathy, are you still in here? I know you said you're going live soon. Big T, I'm not seeing it. I don't see it at all. Oh, I see it now. 15 months. Thank you so much for being a member. 15 months. Granny, The Pit on HBO is great. I just started it. But if you haven't, check out the 2 shows I said, Mayor of Easton, and Task. Been my garden listening, always supporting you. Stay strong, is close to the finish. Thank you so much, Chaos. Thank you. Angel Chip, so you forgot to tell us we are pretty. Wow. Because I was going to use the word gorgeous today. Don't be silly now. You're all beautiful. You're all gorgeous. You is important. You is special. You is loved. But your dogs are ugly. Can I get an amen? On that note, I am out of here. I appreciate you all being here. If you haven't, would you please consider tapping that thumbs up? It's a way of making sure you're at the right door, which is Granny's door. And then come on in and have a cup of Nancy. Believe your barking dogs outside because they are not welcome in today. So I'm just kidding. All right, I'm going to drop you all up at the Hive. I see Queen is live. I normally end stream and then realize she's live. And I'm like, well, I could have redirected YouTube there. So I'm glad I caught it this time. And yeah, I appreciate all of you. And I'll be live tomorrow. Listen, write comments on my comment section. Pick a post of your choice and remind me, you said you would go live this weekend, Granny. Force my hand. Make me feel guilty. Say, Granny, we're waiting. You said you would go live. Seriously, because without that kick in the ass, you know what I mean? So I need to do it. Well, now you got me a little nervous, Jennifer. A little nervous now. There's my rose tree / bush / plant sender. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you all next time. I'll see you on these streets. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, don't be a reject like the rest of these idiots. Bye, friends.